Hello and welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop Streamed, your one stop for co-op news and playthroughs. And today we are playing through Marvel Champions. It's Friday. What's up, Terrence? Oh, it is awesome. I'm super excited. 2 weeks in a row, two new heroes. We're playing them both today. And guess what? That's going to be our post-game chat as well. We're going to talk about the two new heroes, where we think they fit in, and what we're thinking about them. You're being quiet, Terrence. Are you not hearing me, or?
Yeah. Sorry. I have the YouTube thing, and I forgot to mute the thing so I could talk in chat. And so I literally got the, you saying the whole clip back to me. And it was very confusing.
You thought I was double speaking you?
And so I was just, so you were just, talking over yourself. And
I mean, usually I just talk over you. So that's, I guess, a step up? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah.
So we're going to go against a new villain as well. We're going against Hela. And that reminds me, next week's post-stream chat, we're going to talk about just a whole new cycle. This because it's the end of the cycle now. We finished it with Valkyrie and Vision. So the next thing we have is the Spider-Verse coming out. But, until then, we'll wrap up the whole cycle next week. But today we're just going to talk about these two new heroes because they haven't had their day in the sun yet. And, well, today is that day, Terrence. Today is that day.
Today and next week,
yes,
maybe, depending on how we do it. I guess.
Well, what are you trying to say? We might have to do this again, or we could switch it up and pick new builds for these. Although I thought it was interesting. You asked me to go aggression. You went leadership this week. You asked me to go aggression, which, by the way, I feel like we avoided leadership for months and months and years. And then all of a sudden, you're all about leadership now. I feel like you're on the leadership train.
Yeah. I just feel like there's been a lot of interesting leadership stuff that's come out. I guess, at least for, what I did leadership for Scarlet Witch, right? For that deck that I built last time, I tried to do a thing with sneak attacks. It was just you're going to put a bunch of, big allies or whatever in, and leadership tends to have some of the most expensive cards because of all those allies, so it's just seems great with Chaos Magic, which was the thing when Scarlet Witch first came out, but there's now even more allies, especially with all those interplay effects. And I was I'll do sneak attack too, and then you just have 4 basically opportunities to get allies in for relatively cheap. But I couldn't make that deck work, and then I kind of just pivoted, but kind of kept with the leadership thing, and ended up working out okay. And then this week, I've seen a lot of different decks with Vision, I feel have come out. And after, watching you play last week, I was just this Vivian character seems pretty good. I want to really build a deck out of Vivian. And so I guess I'm just going to talk about the deck a little bit before we kind of get going. I pasted my deck list actually in the Discord, so you can only pull up the exact deck I'll be playing today. I've had some other folks actually try it out, and they've also enjoyed it, but I've had pretty good success with it. But it's really built around trying to just get Vivian out as much as possible. I initially kind of did a Voltron style thing with I was talking about last week with Inspired and other stuff. But I found that too constraining, right? It's too finicky because then you're afraid to use her because you don't want her to die.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like the Iron Man build where you just build a million things on him.
Yeah, it's just a little. It just constrains you of what you can do, and then she becomes a little too precious. And I think with the house and 3 make the calls and just having multiple targets for everything I'm gonna play. So,
now, what makes her so good?
For 2,
remind me of her.
Here, I did pull her in my opening hand, luckily, but. She gets basically +2 either to attack or warding, depending on what side you're on. So a 3 stat ally is
absolutely
good.
And
so
she could be
that
either.
Combined with anything she can be either depending on what form you're flipping, which is part of the fun puzzle I think with Vision as a whole with his whole deck. But then I threw in obviously reboots. Even if you don't have her out, it's still great on Vision. So I have 3 copies of reboot. I think I have only 2 copies of Inspiring Presence. So I have 5 ways to heal and ready a character
Oh, wow.
for one
nice.
In my deck. And so like if you get any of those out,
I
like
mean, yeah,
that's
that's
pretty good. And
6
then I have
damage,
team
right?
training to boost her up to 3 health. Yeah, exactly. And so like you can also kill her off, and if you have make the call, it only costs you 2 to then play her
Is
back,
make the call?
right?
That's not
And
Avengers
so
only, though, right?
No, it's any ally in any discard. So I could actually make the call allies
Oh,
in your
nice.
discard pile as well. Um, but yeah, so team training also boosts her up to 3 health, so like makes it a little easier because like it's kind of annoying if you've already used her one time, and so if you're gonna reboot or like inspiring presence, like you ready first and then heal, I think, or you heal. Yeah, you ready first or something and then heal, and then like it doesn't quite work out, and so like getting that extra hit point makes a big difference too. So I've tweaked the deck, and I've gotten to the point where I think it is in a good spot. But
Nice.
see.
All right. Well, I just went aggression. You could probably guess. I have actually 3 copies of Fusillade. My deck's kind of revolving a little about that. The nice part about her weapons, like Valkyrie gets +1 defense or +2 instead. Like she has 2 weapons that are based on who she has her death glow on. One of them gives her defense against that villain or enemy, and the other one gives her attack against that villain or enemy. Well, the nice part with Fusillade is you have to exhaust a weapon, but neither of these weapons have to be exhausted. They just sit in front of you and don't do anything. So 3 copies of Fusillade's a cheap 5 damage. Figures a pretty good way to go. I also have Smash the Problem just for a little bit of extra thwarting, because I know in this mission it's all about like defeating a side person and then getting through a scheme, and then defeating a side person and then getting through a scheme. So because of that, I wanted to be able to help on both fronts a little bit, but that's really my only thwarting. She doesn't really thwart otherwise with her one thwart. Oh, I guess she's got this one. After she defeats an enemy with Deathglow, she can remove 5 threat. And actually, holy moly, that would just get rid of both things at the same time, huh? So that's interesting. Although I have at thee, which does 7 damage of the 8 we need here. Or I could just use Fusillade, which would also get rid of 7 of the 8 damage. Or 5 of the 8 damage, I'm sorry. And then I figure along with me and an ally, that would get rid of Garm also. So I guess you're gonna go first.
Yeah, if we do get, I mean, you put it in front of me, so I guess so. I wasn't sure. Is your plan to, I guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan this stuff. I mean, the question is, do I hold on to flight?
Is your plan on? Are we trying to kill Garm on turn 1, or do you want?
I mean, that's the question, because I could discard Fusillade.
Because I can just stay in. I can stay in intangible, and then he doesn't damage me. So we got that going.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to build up a little bit first, so that way we're not just rushing into worse and worse stuff?
Worse minions.
Yeah. So let's build up a little bit first. I got the spear. I am going to put my Flight of the Valkyrie on, so we can just literally again zip through it all at once, or take it off the main scheme if we'd rather have that at the time. So my plan is right now.
I mean, I can definitely do main scheme on my own too, because it's only like 2, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh. 2 power of aggressions with Fusillades. Well, huh. That's it.
I mean, you can also always hit.
That's true. All right, so the benefit of hitting her is what? We flip her. So she becomes a little bit weaker. Doesn't have that other stuff. And then just comes back. So it's kind of a turn to replace.
She also doesn't get a boost on that side, which is nice.
By the way, we didn't say hello to the chat. And by the way, the reason we have subscriber-only mode on is there's just been so many bots lately. It's been ridiculous. So if you want to subscribe, feel free. And then you can always unsubscribe afterward if you want. We'd prefer you didn't, of course. But that choice is up to you. But if you want to chat, there's no time limit. You can subscribe, chat in, and then unsubscribe either right away or later on. That's fine too. We just didn't want the bots. They were getting annoying. All right, so Victor says Valkyrie and Vision versus vexing villains. So we're trying to find V's to go along with this. I mean, every villain has a V. It's a villain, right? So Hela the villain The villain is Hela. And Wasteland Sniper says, hello all. Hello, Wasteland. Great seeing you as always. All right, Terrence. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready. Go for it.
Awesome. You said you want me to talk about the 5-card hand
Oh, yeah.
size?
So you said you have 5-card art. So it says hand size 5. All right. Yeah, go for it. You're cracking up a little bit on me.
Yeah. So the reason why is because if you look at the rule book for like setup, right? You actually draw a mulligan first before you do any of the setup keywords.
Oh.
So you aren't actually in intangible form when you draw your hand.
By the way, we got Craig out there. Hello, Craig. Welcome. Victor says, Sniper's been on time like it's her job lately. That's right. She's been good. She's been real good. All right. So, yes. So that makes sense. So you have a hand size of 5, and then you draw up after because you are now in intangible form. I get it.
Yeah. It's a little unfortunate. So I might not actually play Vivian.
Wait a minute. You told me your entire deck is...
I might not play Vivian because I have White Tiger.
Well, yeah, you could play Tiger first.
All right. So do this.
X cards. So you're drawing 2 cards. Ooh, Deaf Focus.
I mean, you definitely play Death
I feel
Focus, right?
like that's not a bad thing.
And then maybe holds Mass Increase. No, I'm not. I'm going to be intangible, right?
I mean,
you're not killing him?
I think so.
Okay. I guess it just doesn't matter. Probably pitch, right? Rumble and then hold Vivian.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I pitch an end turn, but flip. What do you want to do with White Tiger?
Mark says Vivian the Bomb. I mean, you can get rid of Tough because I do have Fusillade. I don't have to kill it. I can still do 5 damage to him, right? I mean, no reason not to do that.
All right.
I mean, I guess I could get rid of Tough too if you wanted to hold or if you wanted to thwart. Actually, you're better at thwarting than me. You want to just take care of main? Just keep it down?
Well, I'm going to thwart because there's nothing else I can do if I stay in
gotcha. So you thwart for 2? And you're taking off main because you're not allowed to remove off of this until he's dead, right? But that doesn't matter when you're sitting here with a Flight of the Valkyrie in your hand. Or Valkyrier? Is that how you say it? Valkyrier. I think I'm going with Valkyrier.
Yeah.
But actually, maybe I end up discarding that because it's only 4 threat. That's not a big deal. I actually think I put in crew quarters and my spear, and like we said, just build up, right? I don't know how often I'll be down, but
sure. I mean, flight is still build up. Flight is still build up because it's in response.
I mean,
right?
would that be better than spear and crew quarters though? Or are you saying just don't do Fusillade at all, even with 2 power aggressions in my hand? That's a hard pill to swallow there, Terrence. All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna flip up. I'm gonna Fusillade just because I can. Take 5 off of this one. So the way we normally do it is just treat this as damage. So it's 5 damage out of their 8 life. And then, or do I hold power of aggression? Nah, I can't. I'm just building crew quarters, building my spear. I'm just building up. I got another Flight of Valkyrie in my deck anyway. What I really would have liked is something to generate resources. That's the one place where Valkyrie is really kind of weak. Is extra resource generation. So I've got another 2 damage.
Does she have 5 card though?
Yes.
She does have 5
yes,
card
unlike
damage.
Thor. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 damage. We'll do it to Hela. Cause why not? So Mark.
Wait, did you discard?
I paid for crew quarters and spear with Flight of the Valkyrie and Power of Aggression. And then I hit for 5 over here. With my other Power of Aggression, I paid for Fusillade.
Gotcha.
So 2 for Fusillade, 5 damage over here. Then use this to pay for my spear. Use this to pay for my crew quarters. And that was my 6
Still sitting on death glow.
I mean, there's no reason to put it out until I'm killing something, right? So death glow, for those of you who don't know Valkyrie, I guess I should explain a little bit. You attach it to an enemy. It costs 1. You play it as if it's in your hand. When attached to an enemy, when the attached enemy is defeated, set the card aside out of play where it is right now. If Valkyrie is defeated, the enemy, ready her. So it's a cool way to ready her, and then you could play it as if it was in your hand is her action over here. On her alter ego, she can also detach it and set it aside. But for example, if I attach it to the villain, there is no way to get it off the villain unless I flip down. Or after I defeat them, I'm pretty sure I get it back too. So if she goes from form 2 to form 3, I think I get it back and I get all the benefits of defeating an enemy. So there's that. Yep. So that is another way to get it back. So as we're about to defeat her, it's not too bad. But one of the benefits of putting it on her is, as you see, my stats are kind of junky. 1, 2, 1. But I get this spear here, and it's +1 defense, +2 instead if defending against the enemy with Deathglow. So if I put Death, does the same thing with attack. So that is kind of the cool part. All right, so we got some chat going on, mostly Wasteland Sniper, but Mark says Vivian's the bomb. And then Wasteland says, I was going to be here earlier, but got caught up watching the Golden Girls. Nice. I love Golden Girls. You can't fuse a lot without a weapon in play. Oh, sorry. You are absolutely right. So I would have put the weapon in play first, and then I exhaust the weapon to do the fusillade. You are exactly 100% right. Good catch. You would have had to play the spear first, then fusillade. That's right. I apologize. That is a good catch. Cool. But let's go ahead and draw back up. And, Godlike Stamina. And Thor. Oh, and Boot Camp. Which, by the way, I'll probably give to you. I do have 2 boot camps in my deck, but so Godlike Stamina is pretty ridiculous. Play only if your identity is an Asgard trait. Heal 2 damage from your identity, and you may discard. Pretty great. But his big thing is when he attacks a minion engaged with a player. If you spend a lightning bolt, he attacks every minion engaged with that player, which is pretty good when you need it. For example, Ultron. All right. You ready, Terrence?
Yep.
All right, so does anything happen here? Force enter. Odin is attached to the scheme. Discard each attachment from Hela. Flip her to her wounded side. So we need to get Odin first because he comes into play attached. We got to get through this stuff. So we can't kill Hela till we get Odin first. Is the big thing. Because it says when Hela is defeated, if Odin is not attached to the main scheme, you win the game. So we got to get Odin not attached to the main scheme, which. All right.
Yep.
I saved it.
Did
everything died.
I was running into some network issues with you, just by the way, but I didn't want to say while we were live.
Yeah.
I was getting massive high ping on TTS for the last 10 minutes, and then you were chopping in and out for me.
Alrighty, I think we're back. I hope we're back. Sorry about that, everybody, if we did lose you. But that will all be edited out in post. So I apologize for my crap internet. My son is probably using up all of my bandwidth with his video games. Not that there's anything wrong with video games, but, when it messes with our stream.
As we're playing a digital board game.
Yes,
playing a digital
exactly
board game.
All right. So we already had it attack you. So you were going to lose 1 life. I'll do this while you're getting back on. You're going to lose 1 life and become stunned. You're stunned and confused.
Where's my cape, man?
I know, right?
That's what I need. How can you stun someone who's intangible?
I mean, you're tangible now, buddy. You're tangible now. By the way, you like how quickly I saved? The minute I saw you disconnect and everything go crazy, I threw save up. I was like, boom, save. Done. I thought something maybe on my end eating up all my bandwidth, and I was going to be pissed because I have fiber. Yeah, I have fiber too, but it doesn't matter, apparently. So, hopefully no more disruptions tonight. Sorry about that all. All right, Terence. So, we just got you attacked. You lost 1 life. You were stunned. And now...
And he attacks me.
Yep, so he attacks you for 2, but again, intangible, the great part is reduce the amount of damage Vision takes from each attack by 2. So that includes that attack. Alright, so I'm going to get attacked. I am just going to take it to my face. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to me. And woe is me. Oh, I'm not in a spot. I'm like, why don't I have a hand of cards? Because...
Yeah, I was like, we're on the same team, but I can't see your cards.
That's awesome. You're in your spot though. Okay, good. We're good. All right, go ahead and draw your encounter card, and I will draw mine or event card. Or you think I'd know the name of it by now?
I think it's called encounter. I clicked the button. Is it not working?
Are you sitting on your spot? Oh,
it is.
I mean, the good news is you're still.
Or she attacks me again.
Intangible. So you got that going for you.
I feel like the buttons don't work for me.
Here you go. I'll do it for now. Oh, well, there's your thing. So you do take 2 damage.
Yeah, literally nothing works for me. That's cool.
It's working now. It's just slow. And it feels like the more you click, the worse it's getting. My cat Apollo is watching you play. Thanks, Apollo. Welcome. Yeah, I've got like 2 bars of signal here tonight. I don't know what's going on. It is... It's not good, so hopefully it doesn't affect much, but I will do my best to help out when I can. Oh, here's a minion that I can just smack in the face. When revealed, choose to either take a damage or place a threat on the main scheme. I mean, do you have a preference? Threat? Okay.
Threat?
Yeah, I'm fine with threat. All right, so I am now the first player, and I'm going to try to smack this, although... Here's the problem. I still only do 2 damage. I didn't get anything.
No, unless you play Deathglow. Oh yeah, you still only do 2 damage.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't help my damage output. And are you staying intangible or are you flipping?
I can do whatever.
Well, the question is because if you're staying intangible, then we don't care about this guy. If you're not staying intangible, this becomes an issue. 2 damage is 2 damage, right?
Oh, yeah. And then we can get up to 36 on main. Oh, gosh.
All right. So I feel like I'm going to do this. I'm getting rid of Thor and that to give you boot camp. And then I'm going to godlike stamina myself to heal me for 2.
I feel like I need a godlike stamina more. And
then I'm just going to hold the energy. And I think I'm just going to hit mine for 2.
Do you want me to kill you?
I think so.
Because I can just play Vision and kill him. Oh, no, but I would have to...
that's my point. Yeah, you just do you. Because I can kill both of these next turn. Right? With whatchamacallit, with Deathglow.
Yeah, and you don't care. You don't care about the 1 damage.
No, I mean 1 extra damage. Who cares about that? I mean, look, I'll probably even see. Here's the fear. The fear is I don't get anything to do extra damage, and then I can't kill them next turn, or else I just do 2 to Hela.
I mean, do you think we should just kill Garm?
Kill yours? I mean, for what?
Yeah.
He literally does nothing. Right?
Yeah, it's just like I don't have better plays in my hand. Like I have super dense strike for 5. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. So Wasteland says, I love going after Dragar with Valkyrie. Now, is there something specific about that I'm missing? Is it just because she just tears through stuff like that? Usually with no problem now. Again, she needs a little build up first. She's like, okay, buddy, time to take you back home. So, I guess
Yeah.
thematically, it's pretty cool because she's fighting off this undead horde. All right, go ahead.
Do I play Vivian? I don't. We don't need a thwart though,
I
right?
mean, doesn't hurt to thwart down to 0, does it?
I mean, I can just thwart straight up
That's
to
true.
1,
That's true.
straight down to 1,
I mean, you could.
right? And because I can't attack to get rid of stun if I'm staying in this form. So thwarting is
Oh, I
literally the
see
only
what.
thing I
I
can do.
mean, feel free to flip over and kill him if you want, or like I said, here, let's do this then. If you're gonna kill something, kill mine. There, done.
No, like, but I can play. I don't need to flip to kill your dude. Because if I play team training instead of
Then you got an extra hit
Vivian,
point on White Tiger.
uh, on
Go
White
for it.
Tiger, and she can just
Yeah.
one shot him, right? That. So that's probably the right call there.
I mean, team training is definitely something you're gonna want to get out. No question about that.
Yeah. So then she now hits for 3 attack.
Yep,
which
with
is
boot camp.
great.
So boom, dead.
And then I'll thwart for 2.
Yep.
And then do I keep super dense strike?
Probably not. I mean, I'm aggression,
That's it.
right? So, I mean, I
Yeah, I mostly just love it for the piercing, to be honest. 2 for
well
pierce
again,
and 5
my
is so
whole
nice.
shtick is killing stuff and then readying again. So like, oh, piercing. Yeah, I get you. I was thinking overkill.
Yeah, pierce. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I just gotta get my build up. I'm just not there yet. And I feel like first time through, I typically try to discard all like event cards and just build up as best I can. Which, by the way, I got another boot camp. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion, put it into play, engage with you, and draw 2 cards. I mean, that's not terrible. Chooser of the Slain. So,
That's
I
great.
mean, that's 2 free cards to pull out this jobber again. And maybe, just maybe, I'll actually get my weapon or anything or combat training. One of those 2 things to actually be able to kill it.
Yeah, well, you can also pull it out and then
That's
I can
true.
kill it,
That's
right?
true.
As well, like, because I'll be able to play Vivian
Yeah.
for sure next turn.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to add 2 here. Wasteland says when she has Dragonfane out, she kills it. And if you've got Deathglow on, she readies. If you got Chooser of the Slain, you pull him back and kill him again and draw 2 cards. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen, hopefully. Mark says, is it just me? But does it seem that 90% of the time you always draw Valkyrie's Spear first before Dragonfang? Yeah, I mean, it's sad, right? Dragonfang is way better than the Spear. I mean, not way better, but
Unless you're
right.
going protection.
But
or
you
something,
definitely want to be doing the damage most of the time. All right, so I am going to get attacked now, and I'm still not blocking. So there you have it.
I mean, do you want White Tiger to take it? I guess too late.
It's fine. All right, so and you are not blocking. Are you gonna? I assume you're not chumping either, since you're on that side. So just take 3. Oh, do you need me to do it? Oh, you actually just take 1.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And nothing from
Oh,
form.
and then 0. Yep,
Darn.
because you've still got up your whatever. Does your draw a card work or no?
No, literally no buttons for me to work, so I have to like untap.
Oh
everything
man,
by hand
do you want to leave and come back and see if that works?
Sure. I mean, you can just do the cards while I'm gone.
All right, so I've got Hell's Legion. With each soldier who falls in battle, the ranks of Hell add to their number. When revealed, place 2 additional threat here for each undead minion in play. If there are no undead minions in play, this card gains Surge. Well, that is unfortunate. So we're going to put 2 on here and then Surge it. Surge it, surge it, surge it, surge it, do. Hela gains Stalwart. Well, that doesn't really mean a whole lot to us. Boost attached Hela's Cloak to Hela. All right, you're not stunning or confusing, are you?
I was thinking about confusing her with face.
Okay,
description.
well, she's got Stalwart, and there's literally no way to get rid of it, I don't think, right? So there's that. So
The only way to get rid of it is to punch her.
No,
in the
when
face.
she flips, does she get rid of everything?
Yeah.
After a side scheme is defeated, flip her to her mystic side. She cannot be defeated. Oh, this? Force interrupt. When Hela would be defeated, if Odin is attached to the scheme, discard each attachment from Hela and flip her to her wounded side. Nice. So Brant just joined.
Yes.
Welcome, Brant, from Step Into the Portal, another YouTube channel that also does Marvel Champions content. So welcome, Brant. He says the V team. That's right. V and V, Vision and Valkyrie. Wasteland says it makes me laugh because it's like she punches it away, then grabs it again, and in my mind, I see the Drugar just going, no, not again, and trying to hold on to anything not to be punching bag. Yes, well, hopefully I actually get an additional damage anything to be able to, actually make that combo work. But right now I'm still sitting on my base damage, although having a helicarrier doesn't make me sad in any way, shape, or form. Exhaust Annabelle, search the top 5 cards of your deck for a Valkyrie card and add it to your hand. I mean, that would certainly help too if I don't get what I need.
Do you want to play Choose Your
Okay,
Land
so
first?
you are first player. Oh, well, we still got to do your event. Is nothing working for you still?
Oh. Yeah, nothing's working. It's fine. Treat Tash as an undead minion.
All right. So White Tiger becomes...
No, it's discard, right? Discard cards from top of your deck.
Oh. Treat allied undead. When revealed, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an ally. Put it into play. Engage with the fallen warrior attached to it. So Maria Hill is a bad guy with 2 attack.
This feels bad when solar gems in the discard pile because of that.
Yeah, that's sad. And I mean, it also feels bad to not have Maria Hill, who draws you a card.
Does she get that +1 hit point? She's not now.
No.
Right now, right?
Yeah, it's an undead minion, not an ally at this point. And it also says each ally you control. You certainly do not control her. So worst case scenario is you don't control her. So you're first player for this round. Go ahead and let me know what you need me to do as far as...
You should pull your enemy first.
Yep.
So you can see
All
what
right,
cards
so
you
let's
get.
do that. We will pull
I think
this
that's the right call.
Droger over here and draw...
And that says to put into play and not, right? Yeah, put it into play. So we don't have to do the when revealed.
That's always good. Although I still don't have whatever.
I mean, you can play
I could play Helicarrier and I could play Annabelle and search and hopefully get my sword, right?
You have to be alter ego to search.
Oh, yeah, that's not great. I'm not going to put...
It's not terrible though because the scheme goes up to 36.
Well,
so
we do have this here,
you
by
wanna
the way.
do it
Also,
to get on
I know
lock.
it doesn't matter that much, but just as a reminder. Wait, why am I exhausted?
Okay.
Because I didn't unexhaust last turn. That is literally the only thing I could think of. All right. Yep. So you're gonna go first because I don't have any.
Alright, so I'm gonna play Vivian.
Vivian.
So.
I mean, I could take care of this 2 damage
I'd like to get rid
with
of
Valkyrie and ready myself. So why don't you have Vivian take care of this for us?
Yeah,
Well, you
I'll
can't
have
yet.
Vivian
You
kill
got to switch
that.
forms first. So if you're going to thwart, you can get rid of that
yeah.
now yourself if you want.
Yeah, but then what do I do with my stunned?
Oh, do you have something that attacks? Oh.
So
Well, then, yeah. Then leave this there. Who cares?
Or do you want me to just get rid of it and use Solar Beam to thwart it?
I mean, do we need to thwart it? Not really.
What
Yeah.
Mancini's at 3?
No, just, forget this tooth. Who cares? Now I am flipping down potentially. Do you think I should flip down? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to get your spear. Or your...
Yeah, I need to get extra
whatever
damage,
then.
and that'll give me an ally too. So.
Alright, so I'll flip, draw up, Oh, that seems good. All right, so Vivian will attack, kill this thing.
Yep.
Well, that changes things. So I'll attack, get rid of my stun.
Okay.
Death Focus and Genius allows me to Solar Beam something.
Yeah, 7 damage. I mean, that's going here, right? I can kill her. I can kill both of these. Really?
Yeah.
Now, Solar Beam have overkill or anything? No. Yeah, so you want to do that right to Hela, right?
Yeah. Yep. Is she one of the one? Oh yeah, she is.
So wait,
That's
I see
lame.
you pay the double resource. Oh, Death Focus. Got it.
Definitely. I guess I just heal. Do I just heal Vivian? Yeah.
Heal 1 damage from up to X friendly characters to a maximum of 3, where X is equal to the villain's. Oh, but
Yeah,
she doesn't have a stage
X is
number.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it says when they don't have a stage number, it's always 1. Yep.
Usually it's 2 in games I play.
Yeah. Unfortunate. All right. So you holding on to this phase disruption? You're like, no. I mean, not with her being stalwart anyway, especially. All right. So let's see how I'm going to make this work. So I'm going to spend 2 and my boot camp for 3 to put in Helicarrier, because that seems like the right call. I'm going to use Helicarrier to put this on ugly number 1 over here and attack. And then again, when I defeat it, I ready. And that's that. And it's got victory points, so we put this in the victory display. But that one doesn't matter, actually. It's only for side schemes put in the...
Have you been putting the +1 here?
No, I have not. How many rounds have we played? This is the 1-2 already, and then it'll be the 3rd in a second. I definitely have not been doing that. I think we've only done 2 villain turns, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I should have. Do you think I should have done
late.
the
Don't worry about
it.
Okay. We'll make it work. So I could stay up, but we said no, right? And I'm gonna do Annabelle. The problem is, when I do her exhaust Annabelle rig, search top 5 cards of your deck for a Valkyrie card and add it to your hand, and then shuffle the rest back into your deck. The problem is I won't have anything to do with it, but that's fine.
But it gives you 2 times to search for the sword, though.
So I'm going to do this. Yep.
Right.
I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to attack yours for 2. Take it out. And then I'm going to flip down. And then I'm going to do Vivian's ability. Or Annabelle's ability. Exhaust Annabelle. No, you just hit that button. I don't know what it looked like you did. So 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. I think I take flight.
Do you want to take a card to discard, or do you want to...
I think I take flight.
Okay. You pitching it?
Well, it depends what I draw, right? Oh, you mean right now? I think I keep it.
Yeah.
With all this threat we've got facing us right now, and I'm face down, so there's going to be even more. So I think for killing 1. Oh, what were you thinking? The +4 hit points I could discard? My horse?
No, I was thinking about flight.
I think I want to keep it.
It's fine.
And I'll just draw 5. I think it's fine. And if I end up ditching it, then I end up ditching it. Yeah, good thing. So I got martial prowess, which is nice. I do. Oh, and I've got Throg, which is also nice. Yeah, I don't have Valhalla yet. I don't have a lot of stuff yet. Doesn't make me happy. All right, we're gonna add 3. 1, 2, 3. Then they are going to attack you first. I can ready everything. Sorry. You're chumping with White Tiger?
Chump.
Okay. So it's 2 damage plus 2 more.
Like the right
and there's another 1 obligation gone, which makes everyone happy. And then I'm going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. Then they are going to attack you first. I can ready everything. Sorry. You're chumping with White Tiger? Okay. So it's 2 damage plus 2 more. And there's another obligation gone, which makes everyone happy. All right, and then he's going to thwart, or she is going to thwart against me for 2 plus another 1 for 3. All right, and then, see, that's the problem with this mission. It's like, oh, this isn't an issue. And then all of a sudden you're at 30 and you're like, oh, crud. And she's like plus 9 to thwart or whatever. Because then she's only plus 1, or no, attack, and, 3 hit points for each side scheme in play, 3 per player for each side scheme in play. All right.
Yeah, we have not we have not done anything yet, so we're good.
All right. Well, that is the end of their. Oh no, we gotta draw cards. There you go. Attach your identity. You can't ready as an alter ego.
I think I'm flipping down this turn.
Well, we better thwart then.
But I don't have lightning.
Oh, and I don't have anything to kill, so that's the only negative with Flight of the Valkyrie. I got nothing to kill. Hela's Domain. When revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Place 1 additional threat on the main scheme for each side scheme in the victory display, which is 0. That's it. So that's a card that just accelerates as well. All right, I am first player. We're going to exhaust her and pray to God I get my stupid sword. Bifrost isn't bad. Oh.
You stake everyone, right?
That's got to be a Valkyrie card. So the only benefit of the Bifrost is I could play the Bifrost to play Angela for free.
Yes.
Which isn't bad. Because the one nice part about Bifrost is that it doesn't count as... it makes every ally 1 cheaper than they would normally be. Because it doesn't take that 1 card out of your hand. So, like, Throg, I could play for 2 cards for anywhere. Now, the negative is you got to pay for playing it. And the other negative is you can't play it from your discard. But as long as you have the Asgard on your identity, which I do on both sides, you could play that no matter where you are. So I'm thinking Bifrost here. I mean, I don't need the extra...
Wait, isn't it... Doesn't have to be a... It has to be a Valkyrie.
Oh, never mind. All right. I did all of that to say I have to take... I was theory crafting because that would have been way nicer than what actually happened there, which is I just got punched in the softies over there. All right, so I'm gonna heal myself for 1. I still don't have my stupid sword.
Flip up.
Definitely gonna.
Yeah, but you're down to like 12 cards, so you're...
I mean, I feel like Throg is almost necessary. I feel like Smash the Problem's almost necessary.
It's not. Smash
you don't need me to take these 2 out?
I can take the 2 out solo, and then Vivian will thwart for 6.
Oh, you've got a card to ready and do whatever. Okay. Yeah. All right. And you're going to flip face down, so yeah, that way you want to be face down on the other side, so you draw the extra card.
I mean, unless you want to smash, and then I can heal instead, but, you know, whatever.
What do you prefer? You're down, what, 4 life? Yeah, let's go.
I just think it's better for
you. All right. Well, I don't know how much I can set up. That's the problem. So Godlike Stamina will get me to full. Well, I guess that's a decision to be made later. So do I put Flight of the Valkyrie, Martial Prowess, and Throg? I kind of want all those cards right now.
I feel like Flight of Valkyrie is not super important.
All right. But Martial Prowess definitely is. So let's start with... So I'll get rid of Fusillade and Flight of the Valkyrie to put Martial Prowess in. Do you need Helicarrier this turn? So I'll Helicarrier and... Doesn't matter for Throg, who comes in tough. I mean, he's really just a chumper. He chumps, then he attacks for 2, then he chumps again. I mean, he's pretty darn good for 2 cost. Seems pretty ridiculous.
No, he only gets tough if you have a minion in which you do not.
All right. So he wasn't as necessary a play as I thought he was. He's still fine. I mean, he's still a chumper. And
yeah, it depends if you want the chumper or if you want the 4 hit
I want the chumper and 2 damage. So I'm actually not going to play Godlike. I'm going to Smash the Problem to get rid of this. So smash the problem does
Okay.
thwarting equal to your attack. My attack is only 2, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And I guess Throg and I are
You still have
both going to
Throg.
do.
Well, smash the problem requires you to exhaust.
Oh, that's right. Exhaust your hero. Okay. All right. So Throg does too. I mean, we're closer to getting this cloak out of here anyway.
What's her health at?
Her health is at 7. Can you not see it? Oh man.
No.
What happened?
This happens every time you like save and reload. It's just like it's like super bugged when I join in.
Oh, sorry.
I will make do. It's fine. It's fine. Cool. So I should thwart, right? Self changed intangible. And then Vivian will thwart for 3 off main. Assuming we want that over the side team.
So 3 off main.
And then
Moxie.
do you need
What does
me
Moxie
to
do?
Moxie this turn?
Change form, your hero gets... No, because you're flipping down and healing, right? So you're playing Reboot.
Yeah.
Ready an android. I mean, just
To-
ready and exhaust to do 3 more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no reason to show all that.
Yeah.
It also heals 1, which is great. So yeah, let's Vivian continue to Vivian away.
So I need these 2. So if I Moxie, I could thwart for
Well,
more
why
if
don't
we
you use
wanted.
Super Dense Strike right now?
Just because I need these to get rid of this.
Oh, well
These are
then
the
just
two
hold
cards I
on.
have to
Yeah,
hold.
who cares?
All right.
Yeah, hold Moxie because you're going to flip
I
up
guess,
next
you know.
turn, right? And then you just get it next turn.
Yeah, but I probably just wanted
That's
to
true.
her, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I lost my solar gem. So I'll heal for 3 at least to get up to 10, and then I'll at least have a. Oh, I can't do that.
Yep.
Can you give 3 points? Yeah, and then I'm good.
Lightning in a
So
Fist gets rid of this.
I'll draw 4. Yep.
Sweet.
Get 6 cards.
Alrighty. So I draw. At least your drawing cards works. I draw.
Yeah, I can touch stuff. It's just I think all the automated stuff that doesn't work. So I can do like.
By the
normal
way,
suggest things.
Visit Valhalla is very sad that I get it now. Well, I guess I could get that 1 card, although I feel like combat training's pretty
Which
good
card?
right now. The Flight of the Valkyrie. Although I don't really have anything to smash anyway, but at some point I will.
I mean, you're playing.
I mean,
Quinn
Quinn Carrier
right?
feels
That's
like the and combat training. I feel like are the 2 obvious plays. And then I could even thwart for
Yep.
3.
Man, that 2 attacks.
2
feels
attacks
so
feels
sad.
very sad, and I still don't. By the way, have my stupid sword. I mean, it has
But
to
it's
be.
coming,
There's only
right?
7 cards left. It's got to be sometime. By the way, you know what else we haven't seen?
Super high
Shadows of
chance
the
you're
Past.
drawing it
I'm
next
just going to point that out right here and now. Before.
It's all good. I have. I feel good. I have reboot and inspiring presence for this next turn, so I can just either thwart for.
It's at
what is
9
it,
right
9?
now, yeah.
Or attack for
I mean,
for 9.
that does
so,
seem kind of good.
You know.
All right, so Valkyrie, I am going to get attacked, and I don't have any defensive tech, so I'm just
it's
taking
not
it
even-
still.
No, don't you have Throg?
Oh yeah, Throg, I'm chomping for 3. Thank you for reminding me. That's what Throgs are for. To take punches to the face.
All right. Thwart.
That's what Throgs are for.
First
What? 6. Wow, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm happier to see that over seeing
Yeah.
him in play.
So we're at 9. Immediately go to 15. Yeah, tough and 6 health is not great. And he stuns every time he attacks.
Yeah.
Mark says, Visit Val is best to get Chooser of the Slain.
Yep.
Which,
100%.
oh yeah, because then I could pick that guy out and draw 2 cards.
Yeah, don't pick
Oh.
Laffy back.
Yeah,
take
that's
Laffy back.
great. Good call, Mark. Awesome. I mean, this is my second time playing Valkyrie. That is a great call. All right. So I am drawing a card. You are drawing a card. And I am, when revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme. And yeah, that
Man, And joke's on you.
I know, right? Well, I mean, we intentionally did it. We literally could have flipped past this one on the first turn.
Cool. Can you do damage to me, I guess?
Yeah, these cards definitely accelerate, later on. Which I think that's great design, actually. Although it does make you want to stay on the first one until you're built up, which is what we're doing. We're kind of slow playing it, but... all right, so are you first player now, or am I?
I'm first player.
You are first player again.
What do I do? What do you need me to do this turn?
Well, I'm going to... Oh, this is an alter ego action, by the way. That's the negative of that. Well, that's not going to happen. I mean, honestly. Not this turn, anyway. I mean you can make would I want to, though? And bring somebody in front of me that I can't do anything about? That seems not great.
No, you can't play it
right
this turn, right?
Oh, you're saying
like that.
Flip.
I've chosen Chooser the Slain is a hero action. I'm pretty sure. You cannot.
Well, I'm not going to be able to use it anyway.
A civilian and be like, "Come at me, bro."
Let's see. 1, 2, 3 to play Quinn Carrier. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give you Hela Carrier, and I'm not going to flip down. I think is the
okay. I think I'm just gonna do this to get this
just to get it out of your deck.
Well, that and like
if you need to get Vivian,
if I lose Vivian, and I can always flip down with how high that thing can go up, and we can pull her back, right? Okay, so I can only do 2 heals on her, so basically they're the same. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go up to full.
What's your full 11? Yeah,
that 2. Yeah, flip up. Staying intangible, I guess, because you want me to board, right?
I feel like that's the best move.
Should I go to dense to then get another card? No. Okay.
I mean, that's up to you. If you want to get hit in the face.
All right. So I'm gonna have Vivian exhaust and take a damage to thwart for 3. I assume we want her to assume thwart's what we want.
Yes. Mark said, I thought Peter had flipped to alter ego. I did last turn, or not last turn, the turn before, and I just flipped back up. Last turn I crew quartered my second time.
And you said you're
wait a minute. Why didn't I take damage last turn? Did I forget? Oh, I chumped with
because you chumped.
That's right. Yep. I'm sorry. What are you saying? All right. So what did you just do? I saw you thwart once, and then you're rebooting to thwart again. Okay.
Yeah.
And thwart again.
Reboot again. Yep.
I mean, that feels good to thwart for 9. Yeah. Just why not? All right. Wait, you didn't use my helicarrier? Is there anything you wanted to save?
I mean, I can save a reboot.
Wait, you could save a reboot? No.
Well, I mean, I could have played Inspiring Presence instead. And
okay. Yeah. Let's do that. And then you got to reboot for next turn. That feels good, because we might need the damage. We might need whatever. All right. So, I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3 to put Quinn Carrier in. And then I'm going to use Quinn Carrier and smash the problem to put Combat Training in. I mean, I only do 3, but I am going to start smashing some things because that's what I do. And Annabelle, should I have her do anything or just sit here? I mean, she doesn't really do a whole lot of anything except for give me my action. And if she accidentally takes a ping damage, I think she's just safer not doing anything, right? I don't think...
Yeah, I don't think the...
Right, maybe she'll plink off a tough
later. It's
probably
worth it to like get rid of tough. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna stay up, right? I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, you already drew. Look at you.
Can you give me a card?
Well. Yep.
A counter card.
And I don't get one yet. I got the Bifrost. I have Valhalla. Guess what I don't have? Oh, this is amusing. Although Valhalla might draw me if there's a minion in play. Or actually, I could just kill Hela. to have Valhalla draw me a card and heal me.
I mean, you can always just Angela.
What does Angela do?
Search top 10, hold a minion.
That's true.
So the nice thing is you get to pick that minion.
Well,
discard
I mean, if there is another good one in the top 10, so there is that. All right, so 1, 2, 3 on main. Then Hela is going to attack you. You are intangible. Are you doing anything about it? All right, so take 2.
Okay, 2. So drop me down to 9.
That's what intangible is for.
Do you want me to chunk with Vivian?
I mean, I don't mind taking... She doesn't hit very hard right now. It's fine. If villain is attacking and this attack deals damage to the character, stun that character. But I got a way to get rid of stun, right? So I just took 3.
I mean, you need to have godlike. That's an event. You don't have it in your hand, do you?
Oh, I don't know. So that's not great, actually.
Right. Yeah, you should have let me jump.
I thought there was a way for me to get rid of it.
You have godlike stamina, but it's an event. So
it's like a one-time. Oh, it heals to end. That's right.
Yeah. Can you get me another card? I can get my other card. Because I can do that. All right. Exhaust each ally in play. Cool.
I mean, I feel like that's not the worst thing ever. Actually, especially for you, because you would have had to reboot anyway to be able to use her this turn, right? So actually, that's like the least bad thing ever for you.
Well, we do have to get rid of it for us to reboot.
Wait, heroes and allies cannot be readied. Yeah, definitely need to get rid of that. Yeah, that is challenging with where we're at right now. Oh, you could reboot yourself, dude. Oh no, you can't. Oh.
No.
Oh man.
Say anything. Is this and Natural Storm's terrible?
Yeah, that card is awful. All right, it's you.
Okay, cool. It's terrible. Probably gonna lose solar gem again. I did like White Tiger, but it's definitely one of my favorite allies.
I mean, you only have 3 allies in the deck, right? I mean, it's not.
I think there's like 4 or 5.
All right, so we're gonna add one more. That's a shame because that's one I could have pulled out of the top 10. I don't. How many of them are in this deck? Do you know? I hope there's 3 because 2 of them are already out.
Wait, why did you? What was this?
He schemed. Yeah, so I added 3 to the main. Yeah, this is a problem because I only scheme for 1, and I don't have any cards to help me scheme. Angela doesn't help. Havathi doesn't help. Bifrost, I could search for somebody, but I clearly don't have any in my discard right.
You're first player, right?
Yeah, this is a little bit of a problem.
I mean, you can kill my minion in front of me.
What does that do for us?
You can have it draw you a card and deal damage if you play Val.
I mean, yes, but I can't ready.
You can if you put death.
No, that's my point. This says I can't ready. Yeah, that's the problem. Do you have any cards that thwart or not really?
I can get rid of this turn. I mean, I can play Power Man, I guess, if I have to.
So that's 1. Oh, you do 3? Well, I can do 1, don't forget.
2. Yeah, if I basically Moxie, I can definitely thwart for 3 myself.
So the question is, what's priorities here? I think Valhalla and Bifrost. I mean, I have Quinn Carrier, so I don't really have to worry too much. So there's Bifrost.
Yeah, I feel like you're not sad ditching Angela because you're about to deck yourself, so you know
exactly right. And I mean, that's every turn I can do a different one, so that's not much of a problem. So do I? Well, I mean, I could Angela and Valhalla at this point. And you would still have Helicarrier. Well,
Yeah,
I would. The only thing is, I would need Helicarrier if I want to put Deathglow on something. What was that?
What are you putting Deathglow on?
I could put it on yours and still draw a card. I mean, there's that. Or if I Angela, then I could put it on mine.
So do I have to come with?
I thought you said that's what you were doing.
Then?
Do you want me to just thwart? Do you want me to kill your dude, or do you want me to thwart? Okay, I'm gonna Angela to Deathglow. Why don't you do that? And then I'll kill your dude, draw my card. I mean, not that my drawn card doesn't even help.
Yeah, I think just thwarting for me, because it allows me to then get rid of it and then like reboot and inspire.
So should I maybe I just hold Angela? Or no, I can discard her. As you said, she's about to be in my deck, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so if you want to hold like Havetti or something, you can do that instead. I don't know.
I don't know if I do either. Maybe well, I've got all my free resources I'm going to get for the whole game.
Martial prowess,
right?
And you have martial prowess.
Yeah. So that's probably a good call. All right, so I'm going to hold Havetti, pay for whatever it was, Valhalla with Angela. I'm going to thwart for 1 because that's what Valkyrie does. She's a thwarter. Y'all didn't know. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, cool. All right, so I have to flip to Dent.
Mark says, I think Valhalla only triggers on minions, and then he said he was wrong. Yes, so that is something to, and I'm not trying to call you out here, Mark. I'm just trying to point out that no, when attached enemy is defeated, and that includes, again, we figured this out yesterday, that includes flipping the villain. So anytime you defeat an enemy, whether it's a minion or the villain, you get to trigger that, which is kind of cool. It also means it comes back in your hand too.
So I'm getting rid of this.
I mean, that is the worst.
Storm.
You're right. That is terrible. I never realized how bad that card was.
I mean, definitely for Vision, who had like my particular version of Vision that has a lot of writing, right? Power Man. Let's see.
Power Man's.
Or I put Cape in.
I mean, you definitely want Cape. Oh, I couldn't have attacked anyway. I am stunned, by the way. Just as a reminder. For myself as well. I gotta make that bigger.
It's probably a good reminder. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you have a Helicarrier,
yep.
right?
You got it.
All right. So I'm going to Inspiring Presence to heal 1 and ready it. So they're down. So she attacks for 4.
4.
How much health is she? Should we just do that?
I mean, do you not care about White Tiger?
I'll just ready myself and go.
All right. All right. So you're going to do 4 and flip. So on this side, Hela cannot be defeated. Force response after her side scheme is defeated. Flip her to her mystic side. So she stays here until the scheme is defeated. All right, so this goes away too. Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean we probably should have defeated.
I mean, we're just slow playing the crap out of it. I feel like at this point, it's like we're just gonna rush through the end.
Can you heal me?
I mean, as soon as I get my sword, we're gonna be built up as much as we can be, and we're just gonna go.
Well, I mean, I still don't have Solar Gem. Can you heal me for 1 for the reboot, and then I will just hit White Tiger for 2.
Sounds fair. I'm still stunned though, so I do need to draw another one of those heal 2 and whatever cards. Now I guess I don't want to go down, right?
Yeah. That's up to you, man.
I mean,
you can if you want, because she's only.
Well, I'm just thinking I don't want to take more damage, and I could heal up a little bit, and I draw extra cards to really draw into what I want, and I feel like next turn I could have a real good turn.
I mean, I think this is the if you want to do it, this is the time. Maybe we both do it. I don't know. She only thwarts for 1.
Oh, right? That's true. Yep. Okay. Yep. I think you're right. I think it's the time. What's the time? Seems it's already morning.
Unfortunately, I almost always go down in.
Oh wait,
That's
you went
funny.
down too?
She forced for one, man.
Terrence is like,
Is there a reason to not do it? I mean, it doesn't make. I draw the same hand size, so it's easy to retro
well,
that, the right
I
card.
actually
But she
messed up
forced
and
for
did
one,
it after
right?
your entire turn, so I should have definitely not done that. Oh
But she forced for one. Is there a reason for us
no,
not
I
both to
mean
go
she
down?
forced for one plus a boost, but yes.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
and guess what? I got Visit Valhalla.
That's-
So that means I could discard whatever I. Oh, and I got Godlike Stamina, so no worries about my stun. Oh, and I got a Chooser of the Slain, so I could choose her to the Slain. Oh, it's a hero action, unfortunately, and Visit Valhalla is not. But
Well,
I could
what
use
you,
one of these
yeah,
cards to pay for
fine.
something, and then Visit Valhalla it back into my hand if I really want.
Yeah, but at that point, you just use
Well,
Valhalla to pay for
shush.
it, right?
It's cooler to do it the other way. Yeah, I don't know that I love Visit Valhalla. I mean, it's I guess it's great end game to bring some Have-At Thieves back into your hand later on.
Yeah, or the Chooser of the Slain too, right? Like to be able to just like if you draw it in the hand,
Yes.
you're gonna flip up on, right?
Or
Like,
if you
allows
draw it,
to,
it gives you
in a thing
incentive to
discard.
flip down, I guess. That's another thing. All right, but anyway, where are we at? We are adding 3. She's not attacking you.
me.
Yeah, she's scheming against both of
scheming.
us.
I did
So-
not flip down. No, I didn't.
Wait.
I didn't flip down.
Are you sure?
I did not. Yeah.
All right, so she's attacking. Oh, there's Shadows. Look at that. Is it Friday night? How did Shadows end up gone? Crazy. All right, so she attacks you for 1. Are you doing anything about it?
No.
Nope.
Should I?
Attach Hela's crown to Hela. After Hela schemes, give her a face down boost card. Well, thankfully, she didn't have that, so she does.
See,
All
good
of
thing
one
I did not
damage.
flip down.
I mean, oh, she would have had a boost card. Yes. All right, so we're just gonna take our encounter cards and be done. When revealed, place 2 additional threat here for each undead minion in play. If there were no undead minions in play, this card gains surge. Great. I mean, that is a not annoying use of surge, I will say. Each player must choose to either discard the upgrade or support they control with the highest cost, or take damage equal to the total number of upgrades and supports. Oh my.
That's boot camp for me.
No.
Which is super sad.
No, you take that damage. I'm
Take that damage. You want me to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I'm taking
6
more than that.
damage?
I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm taking. Oh, I'm dead. So
Yeah, you
I gotta
can't
get
do
rid
that.
of Quinn Carrier or Hela Carrier. I feel like it's Quinn Carrier because I don't.
Wait, do you actually want me to take all this damage?
I mean, how much do you want boot camp?
Yeah, I mean, I can take it and flip down.
That's your
I
call,
guess, if you want.
You do you. I mean, 6 is a lot. 6 is a
Do you want me to
lot.
do that? I do heal for 5 if I stay on dense.
It's your call, man. It's a
But
lot.
It is a lot. It just seems not worth it. I think you.
Well, I
think
have another
you can-
boot camp in my
You
deck.
have another one. You. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to pay for it again, but it's fine. Everything looked fine a second ago. That card sucked. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it sucked
It's a
for
living.
our builds, I guess, specifically. All right, take 1 damage.
Well, take 1 direct damage. Fine.
Yeah, I mean, these cards definitely accelerate later. Now, there's only 5. If I bring Angela in, there's a chance that there's no villains in here or minions in here.
Yeah, I would wait till I would not Bifrost this turn for Angela.
Wait till
specifically.
it pings.
Yeah.
All right.
Decks.
Should I search
Yeah.
the top 5 cards in my deck? I guess there's no reason not to, right?
I mean, yes, because at worst you use it to pay for something.
There's boot camp.
I mean, whatever. Like she has infinite health. I don't need it this turn. I don't need it necessarily soon until we basically. So what's main scheme
at 19, which isn't great, and there's 2 here. Well, let's not beat around the bush here. I'm flipping over. I already did use my crew quarters. I'm flipping over, and I'm going to do chooser to slain. Let's start with that. To get the slain. Yes.
Undead.
I mean, yes,
that?
I want. Yes, I'm
want
killing
to, right?
that. Of course I am. So I draw 2 cards. Oh, there's Throg.
You for sure playing Throg, right?
Yeah. But yeah, while I've got a minion.
You want
Actually,
that
he would have been great to play with Bifrost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Well,
Sure.
I'm not doing
Do it in
this
this order, so there's no way you could have done it. I mean, you definitely are doing godlike stamina because you have stunned.
Well, I know, but I'm
you might as
going
well
to
do
get
that
rid of
now.
one of my have at these, sadly. Then yes, I'm doing godlike stamina to draw to get 2 health and remove stunned, which by the way is so ridiculous. Like I can't imagine ever not having that in my deck. I think I'm going to use. Well, let's see. I was going to say I think I'm going to use Helicarrier, but I'm just not going to ever get these 4 hit points. It's fine. So I do 4 damage now.
You could visit Valhalla to get it
I
back.
do what?
Just kidding.
I guess I got to put Throg out. Well, actually, no. I'm going to keep these 2 in my hand for now. Actually, wow. I'm getting rid of Havathi again to put Throg in, so he comes in tough. Then I'm going to see what I draw. So I'm going to kill him. Oh, I got to pay 1. Yeah.
Helicarrier.
Put this on here. Then I'm going to attack, defeating it, readying myself, getting my death glow back.
I mean, is that worth it?
Well, I get to draw a card and
I
heal
guess
1.
you get to suck it.
There's another Havathi. I mean, I can't discard all of my Havathis, so I'm just going to get my sword. I guess that's where I am right now.
What do you?
I mean,
you
I
can
guess
afford for 1, right?
But the only thing I could thwart, I guess I could thwart this.
Thwart that one because 3 is a
Yeah.
nice number for me.
All right.
So I have to thwart. I assume that's basically what I learned.
I mean, you told me to bring an aggression deck.
All right.
I don't want to hear any of your garbage.
No, just for what's out here, I think like.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
What I have to do right now. And I can't you can't damage the villain, right? The villain is infinite health.
Well, so you're on your. So you can get rid of this.
Yeah, I just flipped intangible. I'm gonna use United We Stand to heal Vivian for 1, and then I'm gonna thwart for 2 on Legions of Hell. And then, do you want me to do main, or you want me to do?
Well, if we do this, we're gonna have to deal with
Cattle
whatever's on the
Killer?
other side of that. I feel like that's a next turn decision, and we delay 1 more.
Okay. Okay, so I'll do main for 3, and then
You got to play your solar gem. I mean,
yeah. If we're getting this, do you have tough the next minion?
I think so. I don't know. Which one do we get? Do 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 do. Scourge. Yep.
Yeah. Pretty sure tough. So I'm gonna hold on super dense so that I can
Nice.
take tough out and do 5.
I appreciate that.
I've used Depth Tokus like 1 time this entire game.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's not what your deck's all about, right? So maybe you shouldn't have put it in. Less.
No, I mean it's still useful for like pulling.
Oh, I got
use-
power of
use
aggression
Density
with
Form
boot
and all
camp.
that stuff.
Lucky you. Yeah, so my attack right now is a lot, but I have nothing to attack. Well, I'm going to have something to attack in a second once we get rid of this scheme. And thankfully, you're first next turn. So, yes, that's the way we actually want it. Perfect. Okay. All right.
You always want.
Well, I want you first so I can kill this whatever comes out, right? Like that's the whole point. All right.
Yeah.
So where are we at now? So 3 on there, and then Hell attacks me first for 1. Throg's gonna chump because that's what Throg does. Attach to Hela. Hela's attacks gain piercing. Oh wait, she should have lost this. Yes, no.
No,
so we got to flip her again.
No, because we got
to flip her again. All right, so Throg loses tough. Then you get attacked.
Do I chop at this point? I'd make the call in my hand.
I mean, yes. I mean, that's the whole point to make the call, right? And then you get it fully healthy again.
Yeah.
Because Vivian, you don't have anything to heal her this turn, do you? Or reboot. But even if you do, that's great. Reboot. That means you get to use her twice instead of once. Because at 2 health, she's actually not as great. Because you have to heal her without the untap.
Well, I made the change to make the call instead of the kind of Voltron Vivian.
I think that's a good call. All right, so you're chumping. He attacks for 2. She attacks for 2 now. Plus 3. Good timing. For that.
Okay.
All right, cool. And then get our cards. Good. I'll draw yours. Bink, ba-dink. When revealed, hero, Hela attacks you. Place a threat on each side scheme. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Is that 4?
I mean, I have Annabelle here, by the way. Although,
are you facing this right now?
Yeah, I'm probably full health, right? So. Yeah. Oh, this should be a boost. So 2 attack plus 2 more is 4. I mean, it gives me a Valhalla does something also. So schemes for 2 and is going to get a. And we get an acceleration token. So she's scheming for 2. Yeah. Plus she's going to get a boost card. Well, that's just 2, thankfully. But she does get a boost card, so we're going to have to chump whatever she does next, which would be an attack on you. That's fine. I got Throg. I've got Annabelle over here. So we got some options. All right. So you're first player. How about thee?
So what do you need me? What do you need me to do?
I mean, you got to get rid of this so we can see what comes up, and go from there. Okay. Or I can get rid of it if you'd want. Because I actually have smashed the problem. My attack right now is 4. I could literally do 4 with smash the problem.
Do you want to be exhausted?
Oh, that exhausts me.
Is that bad for you?
No, that's not great for me at all. No, that's...
Do you need me to clear it on my turn? It's first player, so it doesn't matter who clears it, right? Oh, did we do the thing where the other player gets the face down counter?
This is when defeated, dude. That. What do you mean?
Yeah, that was that on the... Oh,
we haven't defeated not one side scheme yet.
Brew is good, but I think I need the cards here. Okay, so I'm gonna make the call.
Make the call. I feel like it's quiet out there tonight. I feel like we're not being entertaining enough. Yeah. I feel like we're just like an efficiency machine of efficiency.
But we're not that efficient because we're
but you know how this is going to go. This is gonna accelerate real quick through the end here. I feel like.
So I'm thorning for 3 to drop that down to 1, and then
Annabelle can clear it. The only problem is then Annabelle can't get rid of tough. Or do you have a card that's going to get rid of tough?
I'm holding my Solar Gem and Death Focus for Super Dense Strike, and I'm going to hold Reboot till next turn.
That seems really good.
Unless you want me to Hela carry it, but we can decide. Well, actually,
we can't decide that later. So I'm going to need to put this out. I was going to give you Boot Camp. Do you want Boot Camp?
We can hold it. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine.
I feel like Power of Aggression gives you Boot Camp. Is the right time for that. Which means
So I can flip to dense. That is the other option. Unless we don't think we can kill it, then I should
Well,
probably
I don't
stand
even know what it
intangible.
is. So let's. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Uh,
Well, I guess I have to decide
yes.
if I'm
So what do you want to
flipping.
do? I don't know that I'll
Uh,
kill it.
he probably has more. He has more than 8 health. That's for sure. Because he
Well,
only used eight.
I'm gonna
So I'm
do
gonna do
five
five.
myself,
I
and
will
you do
have
five.
five.
So 10 damage we will do to it.
But you also have at the,
I
don't you?
mean, I don't think I'll be able to get Havathi
One,
out,
two,
but maybe I
three.
will.
Like
Because
you
I was
hell
gonna give you boot
because
camp.
you still need to pay for because
Yeah,
you're
I
doing
need to
death
death
blow,
blow,
right?
but that'll let me draw a card also. Don't forget. So yes, I can Havathi. In fact,
So then
but I need you to pierce it.
no, it's fine.
But there's no
No,
reason
it's
for
fine.
me to have
I
at thee when
will.
I can do the damage myself and ready. I guess the benefit is I could attack the villain and then have at thee to overkill and do the extra damage to the villain. I still ready, I believe, because that is still me doing the damage. So my death glow goes
Yep,
off.
still ready.
Yes. So I probably will.
Yep. I think I still think I stay on intangible, right?
Oh, Steve's out here. Ralph, a little Ralph too. Oh wait, quiet, a little quiet, or a little too quiet. Ralph.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stand
Okay.
intangible. Yeah. Just because I don't think we need my like even if I
Well,
had to
what are you
redo it, like who
doing
am I
with
attacking
your?
right now? I'm
Okay.
thwarting main. Thwarting main.
Wait, you're not going to get rid of this one? I mean, she can.
I thought
That's
animals
fine.
would do it
Yep.
because she has the one and it's better for
Yes,
me to thwart
that
two
makes
off me.
sense. All right, so Annabelle is going to thwart for one. Get rid of this. All right, so defeat the first player reveals. So you're the first player. So you reveal this. And he comes in front of you. Tough. Stupid Scourge. Tough.
Oh, it's 10 health.
Oh, nice.
Exactly.
Well, that's good. I mean, we could have done up to 17 damage, by the way. Like threat
All right.
is my issue.
And then you have to
not...
take an and you get and then you get
So
an
wait.
encounter card.
Oh,
Right?
okay, yeah.
Deal each other.
Yeah, we
player
messed
one
that
face
up in the past because that is something. So then, force response after a side scheme is defeated, flip to her mystic side. All right, so
and so now she's a 4/4, which is not great.
4/4. She's a 3/3. Huh? Oh my gosh. Well, maybe we just kill her. Wait, you're intangible? You could take one hit from him, right? It's 24. Can we do 24? We can only do 17, I think.
think we can
Because
do it.
she is 18 plus 6
you have two choppers though.
is 24. So that's right. Okay, so this comes in.
Yeah, you do have.
Okay,
you
give
do
me a
have two
second.
choppers though.
So this is 3 plus 1 per
those-
player for the hinder. When defeated, the first player reveals the other thing and puts them into play. Deal each other player face down and counter card. All right. So, yes. All right. Are you gonna hit him with your thing now?
Yep. Yep. Super dense.
Wait,
So
you use
5.
this, and
Yep.
what else did you? Oh, you use this. Got it. So this and 5 damage. Dun 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 dun. Is that that's what movie is that from? Gremlins, right? So I used Helicarrier to put Deathglow out. Do you not know your Gremlins, Steve? Steve, my gosh, Steve's in the chat. Do you not know your Gremlins, Terrence?
I do not know.
Gremlins is so
My
good.
gremlins.
Yes,
But I'm
Steve
sure
probably
Steve
does.
does.
All right, so I'm gonna have at thee. So there's that, and there's that to have at thee.
Wait. You want
Yes,
to
you are
exhaust
correct.
first.
So I'm gonna do
Ready.
5 damage
That's-
to the villain. By the way, I was wrong. We didn't do 17 damage. We did. Oh no, I don't do 5. I only do 4 because I don't have my death glow.
It's only 3.
No, 4 because I have a
No,
combat
4.
training and that.
Yeah,
so it's
4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have done 4 and then 5. Well, that's all right. I didn't. All right. So that's that. And then, yes, then I am going to have at thee to do the extra 5 damage here. Why is this stuck? Okay, 5 damage. I get my death glow back. The 2 overkill goes here. Then I get to exhaust Valhalla, since we haven't seen it yet. Defeats an enemy. Exhaust Valhalla, draw a card, and heal a damage. Seems good. Although I've used it literally twice this entire game. Oh, Fusillade. Do I Fusillade instead of boot camping? Oh, well, I got it ready, too, because they did have Death Glow.
I mean, you always do have martial prowess, so for Fusillade.
Yes. I do have Bifrost, by the way, also. I could bring in Angela right now, although we said that's... Oh, no, they had 28 cards there. I don't know that that's the move right now, though.
No.
Next turn.
It's up to you.
I mean, the problem is I'd have to discard Fusillade to boot camp.
Don't you have like 3 copies of it in your deck?
But I like doing damage. All right, I'll boot camp you. All right.
I mean, you can also boot camp yourself if you want.
I mean, no, because I'm not using mine for attacking, right? Like, I mean, Throg's gonna attack once and then he's gonna chump. Why is he exhausted? Oh, because I defended with him.
Because you defended.
So yeah, I probably won't defend with him again. All right, so I'm gonna do 4 damage. Just the 4. Because
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, next turn I can do at least... No, I can't do at least 10, because I need to be able to death glow something to be able to do at least 10. It's fine. If I get a Fusillade or anything else.
I mean, you can also death glow her.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
+1 damage. All right.
Yep.
Ready up, I guess?
We're ready up.
Are you going to be able to jump for both of us?
I mean, yes. I mean, I might just take mine. I'm not too worried about it.
At 9 health?
Oh, by the way, I got Chooser of Slain. And Angela. And Thor. Although Thor's... I don't want all of them. See, now Bifrost is a waste. Because I literally don't have any cards in my deck that you would use...
Yeah, but at this point, you only have 10 cards.
Well, the point being, I'm not sure how much I love Bifrost. We can talk about it at the end. It seems like a great card, but it also seems like I never use it. And it costs 2 cards basically to play, because 1 for the cost, and then itself. So, he has to be in dense form to play that, right? Steven says...
To play... Oh, yes, that is true. So I would have had to play...
Oh, to play your... I got it. Now, did you start last turn in intangible form? So you could have switched to dense form. Okay, good.
Which means I could have rebooted, but...
All right. Well, thank you, Steven Johnson. We appreciate you catching that. All right. Well, anyway, we'll see where we are. I do have Fusillade. I have Angela. We should be able to take out Hela this turn, which I feel is important to get rid of this garbage.
Well, I want to burn first.
Why first? It's only 5.
Because it's going to flip her.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, look at you. Check out the big brain on Terence. Man. See, this is why we have you, Terence. All right. 1, 2, 3. Now, she does get an extra boost icon, so you're right. I probably should chump both of these. All right. Annabelle's going to chump this first one for you. Boom, boom.
Double.
This card gains the boost icons equal to the number of side schemes. Doesn't matter.
1. So 3 in total. So 7. Yeah, I mean, that would have been rough.
And then Throg over here is going to chump for me. And then pray to God we don't have issues here. If damage from this attack defeats an ally, place 2 threat on the main scheme. Well, there's that. By the way, it's up to 24, Mr. I'm not worried about the main scheme.
I mean, it's a lot to play with still. Like, relatively compared to most main schemes we have.
All right, so go ahead and draw a card. Or I'll draw. Oh, look, your buttons are working. Look at you.
Is it working now?
Hey! One of those jobbers. I mean...
Do I just take the damage here?
I mean, that's up to you. Like, I think so.
Well, I can't do it.
I got it.
Think. Maybe I can.
All right. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No. That is awful. That is truly, truly, truly outrageous.
4?
Yeah, that's real bad. All right, so I feel like Unnatural Storm is our... oh, by the way, he attacks me also, which is also not great. I feel like Unnatural Storm is our whatchamacallit? Shadows of the Past tonight. Like, I feel like we should drink every time that stupid card comes up, because that card's awful.
Well, the difference is there's multiple copies of it in the deck. Unlike
All right, so we've got 4 attack coming in toward me, and I mean,
Yep.
I'm just taking it to the face. Like, it is what it is. This card gains boost icons equal to the number of side schemes in play. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6. All right.
No, it's in the victory display. It's only 1.
Sorry.
It's boosted 1.
Still not.
So
I mean,
shits for 5.
Angela's not looking as good anymore. Yeah, I already took the damage. All right, so I'm first player now.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. I feel like we gotta. All right,
yep.
You're right. I feel like we gotta get rid of this, but I feel like we gotta get rid of this first.
Yeah, you got rid of this. I don't know. I don't know if we can do the thing.
I mean, Thor can thwart for all of 1. I mean, I feel like I got to do Chooser to the Slain. I know it seems stupid, but drawing 2 cards feels right. Maybe I get some kind of thwarting card, right? I don't know if I have any left in my deck. What do you think? Chooser to the Slain to get another one of these Durgar things?
I mean, or you could kill mine first and then Chooses the Slain.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So,
and then just pull that one back. I don't know.
So I'm just gonna Helicarrier for now because I don't know what I want to do, honestly. So I'm gonna Helicarrier. Oops, I'm sorry. That's to put Death Glow on, and then I'm gonna kill yours, which heals me 1, readies me, and draws me a card. There you go. Smash the problem. Okay, that is helpful. Because that's 4, right? It's 4.
Yeah, it's
okay.
4.
So.
You can't ready.
What was that?
That's the problem. You can't ready with this out.
You are right. Oh. So that was the problem with doing it in that order. That was the negative. Okay. If I'd done Chooser to the Slain, then I could have. Well, I couldn't have readied again anyway.
maybe just hold on to Choose the Slain this turn.
Well, can you do 4? Can you do 4 with a card?
No, I need to play Marie Hill.
Okay. All right.
But I cannot do that.
Man, yeah, that sucks. And now we can't kill Hela either, which was part of the plan.
Well, I mean, this card just screwed the entire thing. Let's be honest.
So I feel like I don't Angela either. You can't. Can you do 3 from your hand or no?
I can't. No. Do you need me to do this right now?
I mean, it would be great if you could have done it now, so I could have readied.
Okay. I will make it happen. 5.
Wait.
It's gone.
Oh! You're in the wrong form.
No, I can't. Let me
you can't flip to intangible on my turn. Oh, it's an action! Yes, you can! Ho ho ho! That is sweet! Okay, so you got rid of it. So now I do get to ready. Right? And I can do 4 on this.
Yes.
If you want.
Do we want
Or
that,
do you want me to smash the crap out of Hela? Because...
Well, I'm not attacking anymore this turn.
Well, I can do...
Because I flipped.
So if I attack Hela, I can Fusillade for 5. I think I can Thor. Well, we said we wanted to get rid of this first, though. Right? So that's more important than killing her right now.
I Fusillade is 5, so you can do that on my turn.
All right, so I do need to get rid of out Thor right now.
This is what, 5 on this? Me and Vivian can get rid of
Okay.
this.
So do I choose her the slain? I think I do, right? 2 cards seems real good to put this little jobber back in that I can just punch in the face for 1 card.
Or leave it.
Yeah, I mean, he's 1. Right? Like, I don't care. Well, I mean, I don't like guard in front of me, but still seems real good. Oh my gosh. So I can. All right. So here's the thing. I could probably kill him.
Yeah, I mean, you put
so
Deathglow
I
ready,
put
right?
Deathglow to this. I attack, kill, and ready myself. Unfortunately, I don't get Valhalla. I mean, I won't get Thorin is the only negative. But, I mean, she's going to be 1 attack, so who cares, right? I mean, because I do 4 damage right now. So here's the thing. I just put Thor here to put this on her. Because I'm going to get it back in 2 seconds. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Now that I'm thinking about it.
What's the benefit of playing that on her?
Absolutely nothing. So, I'll keep Thor. Hit her for 4. Because then my double Fusillade will kill her. I mean, there's no point. I mean, I could theoretically smash the problem. Well, so the benefit of putting Deathglow on her is I could smash the problem, but then I won't have a card to pay for it. So never mind. Yeah, it's a circular problem.
Wait, you'll have Thor to pay.
No, I'd have to use Thor to put the
because
Deathglow out. Is the problem? Yeah. So there's no way to do it where I have enough to pay for the double Fusillade. I mean, I think I just hold Thor actually, and maybe even smash the problem. Maybe I just hold both of them and just plan on playing those 2 next turn.
Yeah.
Although I'm almost through my deck, so I'll probably just discard Thor.
You do have martial prowess, so if you want to hold on to a double resource, that's also an option.
Yeah, that's a good call. That might be the better play, and use Thor. All right.
Okay, so.
Oh wait, I'm gonna draw a card. Hold on, I'm gonna draw a card with Maria Hill. So hold on.
I'm not. Oh,
I thought you needed
Hill because I can't because I played
you.
Solar. Like I was gonna.
Well,
play
no,
her,
the Solar Beam play
right?
was awesome.
I think I still hold Maria Hill. I think I'm gonna burn Moxie to play Reboot, to ready and heal Vivian.
Okay.
Vivian, Thor for 5.
So this is gone. So the negative we didn't think about is we're going to get all this crap in front of us, which I just thought about.
He goes to you, actually, right? Which is the problem.
I mean, and I didn't... Well, and I can't flip down, really. It's fine. I mean, well... Oh, I don't have a chumper. Oh.
Vivian can chump, if it comes down to it.
I mean, it's coming down to it. Like, I don't see any way around that. All right, so this comes in, but you do get a card also. Oh, so we're gonna get an extra card here too. The main scheme's at 24, and going up by 3 a turn. So these go well. Not yet.
These do get
but
discarded.
Yes, I'm about to smash them. All right, the first player detaches Odin when it's defeated from the main scheme and takes control of them. Deal each player a face down encounter card. So this has just 6 on it. So I feel like we can do this all next turn. All right, but well, that's the question. Though. All right, so I'm doing 5 with my first Fusillade. I'm using martial prowess.
She flips, right?
And well, do I need smash the problem? Yeah, I think I do. I'm gonna have to help with threat a little bit, right? And Thor.
I know we probably want to get rid of this jabber. Unless you want to take 4
I mean, I got to take it this turn. I don't have a choice. The question is, do I hold Thor or smash the problem? I know I'm going to have a double resource next turn. Well, yes, because to pay for this Fusillade, I use this double resource, right? So that's 5 damage.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So now I'm going to use
So
martial prowess and something to pay for the other fusillade. The question is, do I use smash the problem, which is my thwart dealing with, or Thor to pay for the other fusillade? I mean, I wouldn't mind having Thor out next turn to chump for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
although
you
I'm
hold
almost
Thor.
through my deck, which means I can, well, but I won't be next turn. That's the problem. Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of Smash the Problem.
It's just so costly to have to exhaust for you to do it.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Exhausting is the big negative there. Because we want me to do Smash stuff. All right, so that's 5 here. That's dead. So get rid of the 2 attachments, which was huge. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, she was hitting
Well,
super
and
hard.
getting her to 1/1. I mean, we don't have to do this next turn. We could take a turn to like. I mean, we got to kill this, right? No question about that. And this Deathglow is not attached here, by the way. We got to kill this next turn, but we don't necessarily have to take out the scheme next turn. 1 extra card's bad, but I don't know that it's as bad as a fully leveled up Hela. You know what I mean? Although we will have Odin, is the other thing to remember. As soon as this leaves play, we will get Odin right away.
How much is it? 6.
So something to remember. We got to get rid of this next turn though. So hopefully,
I can't chump. Well, I can chump that one. Do you want me to do Hela or Nidhogg? Because Nidhogg has overkill.
oh my gosh.
I'll let you decide.
I mean, I might be dead. So
I mean, I'll do 4 damage.
oh, so I could just take all 4 is what we're saying. I mean, I feel like Hela's going to do less, but Hela and Nidhogg is not going to do less potentially.
Yeah, so I think you risk Hela because Hela can do 1, 2 something, and you know this is straight up.
So I
4,
just
right?
take the 4.
Well,
I mean, 4 means I live.
Yeah, right. And if it's like, you know, you're gonna take 2.
I should have put Thor out this
If I
turn.
chump.
I should have not killed
Because-
Hela. I would have had a chumper then. I don't know. Yeah, this is bad. Well, and I don't have those shield. Oh, I do have Shield Maiden. Come on, Shield Maiden. I've got like stamina, which would be great. Ooh, fight for the Valkyrie would be really good too, and another smash the problem. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I just got to survive this turn. Really, is what we're saying here.
What's this for?
From
this is
from
that
that
part.
ending. Okay, so we're gonna add 3 of the main. Then Hela is going to attack me. I think you have to block that. Yeah.
Chump.
Yeah, that would have been 3 damage.
Yep, that was the right call.
I mean, I could defend also.
Yep, right call.
I mean, that's the other option, but how are we going to kill this with me defending? I mean, how are we going to kill it without me defending? Can you do... Where are you at for damage? Because I can only do my 5 and 3 from Thor if I really need it. So I can do 8.
I can pull... It depends on how much thwarting you want me to do, I guess.
Well, that's a question, because this is an issue too. I mean, I could thwart afterward with Smash the Problem. Oh, and I have Flight of the Valkyrie, or Valkyrie Courier too, so I can remove 5 threat from the main. I mean, I guess I can't pay for all of that. Like, I would like to think I have unlimited resources, but I really don't. Alright, well, let's just see where we are. Alright.
How much
12
health is 12?
and...
So you have to come up with...
I mean, I can do that with Thorn myself. The problem is I can't do that and Flight of the Valkyrie. I can smash the problem after I'm done, though, for another 4, I think. So that shouldn't be a problem. And I still think I can do Godlike Stamina as well. And give you Helicarrier. I think I can do all of those things. So, oh no, I might not, because I got to Death Glow him. Never mind. I might not be able to do that. All those things.
Okay, well...
Okay, so did I already add 3? Okay, yes.
Yes. We did
Oh,
your
right. So,
attack,
well, no, I got to take
and he
4 from this
attacked me.
guy. Didn't do that.
Yep. And then we got to do the attack
Okay.
against me.
So it's 1 plus another 2. So that's 3.
So take 1.
Oh, you're on intangible. Nice. Okay. Then I get an event card. You get 2.
Can you drop me
Okay.
1?
Give to the vision player. Treat your mass form upgrades text box as if it were blank, except for keywords. Alter ego action. Exhaust your identity to remove it. Oh, I mean, I think it's really cool how they've changed these, by the way, to force you into alter ego, but it's also very annoying at this moment right now.
That work?
Well,
No,
but
I'm
it
still upset
only
on my
removes the text in the middle, so it doesn't remove the name.
I am glad that came out after.
After what? Vivian still counts
Oh
though.
no. Oh, after the
yeah.
attack. Like this still.
Oh, so this is the double one.
This is not good. You still have to drop me down to 6
For what?
health, I think.
Oh, the attack.
The villain attack.
I mean, we don't care about that, right?
No.
I mean, honestly, we don't care about the side scheme. This we care about.
Schemes.
Oh, it's only 2. Okay.
Wait, did you take an extra
For
card?
what? No,
for
that's
this?
1 defeated, dude.
Hall of Knots.
That's 1 defeated.
No, the extra card.
No,
from
you did, because I got the Nidhogg.
No, the extra card from the
No,
icon.
you are
from
correct. I did
this
not
page
take
right
that.
now.
Now I did. Attach to your identity. Attach any identity cannot ready.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to be alter ego anyway, I guess.
Sorry.
Each player
you
must.
can't- has to go away.
Oh
can't
my
do
gosh!
this
And
damage.
I'm going to lose Helicarrier. I mean, clearly I can't take the damage. Oh, this is getting awful. Oh, wow. I was like, oh, she's super simple, but no, this is really bad, Terrence.
My first
Yeah,
fire now?
great. Do your thing, man. I don't even know what.
You can't ready, right? Unless you go into alter ego.
Yes, so I mean that means, well, that also means I guess I don't need a death glow. I mean, it would get me a card, but it would cost me a card. It would heal me 1 is the real benefit, but
All right, so I think I have to do this. I have to put out density control, flip, don't get a draw card because it's blank, which is unfortunate, to pull out super dense.
so how am I supposed to flip down? Oh, you have make the call. Oh, but you had to go to dense. Hold on, before you go to dense, why don't you make the call and do your Vivian to thwart for 3 on the main, right? Because we're in trouble. And you can't flip back unless you have a card that lets you flip back.
No, I can't flip back. I was going to
Oh, okay.
Maria Hill
All right.
instead.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's cool with you.
Oh, you could have done ready to. No, you can't ready to rumble. Yeah, gosh, this is bad. This has gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, I can't. So this is discarded.
After you change form, yeah, you played this first, and then
Yeah. With Death Focus.
All right.
Rather. And then Solar Gem and Ready to Rumble, I guess. Super Dense
okay,
Strike.
which get
Or I should probably just play Maria Hill first, right?
Well,
To
yeah.
see what cards we draw.
I mean, does it matter? Oh, I draw a card too. Shield
Oh, that's
Maiden.
why I did it.
That is not awful. Oh, I gotta
All right,
figure out what resources I need to
so-
get rid of this garbage. Lightning.
I think that might just be a next turn problem.
But then I won't ready before next turn. Right? I guess I don't need to play Thor anymore. Because Thor was just there to chump. We got Maria Hill now.
Well, didn't you need him to do damage?
Stop reminding me of things that I need to do, Terrence. It's not great. None of this is great. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. All right. Mark says, this is turning sideways. It really is. Thwart for 4?
Do you need me?
You can't
do you need me to
attack.
attack?
No, it's ignored. That's nothing. You cannot attack. I mean, you can attack for 0.
No, I just meant I need to be in dense to do this. Super dense.
Well, no, I get that, but you are not in dense because of this. Don't forget. You're in dense, but you have 0 attack. So there's nothing you can do but thwart right now.
Oh, yeah. So I'm hitting for 5. So I'm doing
Get rid of tough
Get rid
and
of
hitting
tough.
for 5. That's a key.
So that puts it down to 7.
Right. I can do 7 between
I
my...
assume I'm
All right,
thwarting...
so yeah, you're thwarting 4 on the main. And you have no way to ready again, right? Oh. See, I'm worried about main too. Well, actually, she's a 1-1. All right, so that's not too bad. Actually, if I flip down... If I'm flipping down anyway, this only schemes for 1. Actually, we're worried so much about this. Is there something better you could have done?
Yes. I could have Inspiring Presence.
Yeah, why don't you do
for
that?
more.
Because we don't care about this, right?
Well, maybe.
I mean, you tell me what you think. Why don't you hold that...
I still think it's super nice to get rid
Okay,
of
yeah,
that
so let's
tough,
do that.
right?
Let's just stick there. But I don't have to... Thor is what I'm saying. If this doesn't die, it doesn't die. I'm not gonna stress about that.
Yeah, but you need Smash the problem for the... Oh no, it's what? Energy
Yeah.
and Fist?
So I got that here. I got Flight of the Valkyrie
Maiden
here
and Thor.
to do that. Or I meant this
Or
one.
Shield Maiden.
Shield Maiden and Flight of Valkyrie. And I could still pay for Thor, so I'm good. I'm good actually. I just won't put Death Glow on it.
But you're not killing it.
I am
Just
killing
flipping
it.
down.
Thor, yeah, Thor's
This
going to
turn?
do 3. And I'm going to do 4.
And you draw.
Well, only if
And
I
kill
put
one.
Death Glow on it. I don't
I
know
know.
that I'm going to put Death Glow on it, because if I don't draw the right resource type, I'm screwed. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I think I'm not going to Death Glow it. I'll just do 4, and that'll be fine. Does that make sense?
4 plus your 3 is 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's the way to go here. All right, so you're done?
Yeah, I have a chumper for
Well, and
me.
I'm going to have Thor also, who could chump. I mean, not ideal, but it's something. All right, so that's 3 to put Thor out. And he's tough.
I mean, why not? Oh, he's tough. So
Yes,
he's
he is losing his tough to do
right?
this. But I need the 3 on here. Unless I decide not to kill it. But then there's 4 more, so that defeats this. I mean, I can't
Good.
ready
That's gone.
anyway.
That's victory, dude.
So there's-
Ain't coming back.
So
Ain't
I'm going to
coming back.
Godlike Stamina to get 2 health back. I'm going to flip down in Crew Quarters to heal again. Then I'm going to discard these 2 to get rid of this garbage. Yeah, I mean, it would have been real risky to Valhalla and put that on, because I would have had to draw the exact right resource. I mean, it would have been, in my mind, too risky to do. So I think that's good, though.
Okay.
I mean,
we survived. So
oh,
it feels
and I'm
good.
going to be able to play Throg with Bifrost and or Angela, right? So that's not terrible.
Yeah.
All right. So we survived at least one more turn. Victor said, I was thinking they've got it easy this week. Never count your Helas before they hatch. Yeah, I mean, I think we delayed too long. I think there was a moment we should have probably pushed earlier. I mean, it's fine. But I think it's fine. We're good now. I mean, we're where we are now, by the way.
I mean, so many cards.
Yeah, I mean, I
this
drew an
turn.
extra one.
That's what I mean.
I mean,
I will have 2 as well.
so I
It'll
do
be
have a
4 in
smash
total.
the problem. I got my horsey, which might actually be useful to come out.
Are you
I mean,
playing
I
it?
might.
Are you playing it?
I mean, I've got like
convinced.
stamina also. So I got rid of that so I can ready. I mean, I have no damage dealing cards at all.
Yeah, you can punch.
I mean, I
So you
can
got
punch
that
for
going.
5 if I put Deathglow on the boss, which at this point seems like the right thing to do, because who cares about that? Or who cares? There's no more real big baddies coming out for me to have to worry about. So it feels like I just do the extra damage every time I attack to the boss. Although maybe I heal here, because there's that too. I'd rather not die. Although I have Shield Maiden, which is really good. For those who don't... Oh, we didn't get rid of this, because she's going to flip when we get rid of that. And then she'll be a 4/4, which would be a thing. But Shield Maiden's great. When the enemy with Deathglow attacks, discard Valkyrie... Wait. Declare Valkyrie the defender without exhausting her, and +2 defense for the attack. And if the spear's on it, so that would be great, actually. I'm going to put that on the... I'm going to put my Deathglow on the boss and defend that way next turn. But we're not there yet. First, we got to add 3, and then you get attacked. Are you chumping?
Yep.
So that's 1, and that's it.
Dang it. Oh well, stalwart. It's fine.
Oh, no. She has 1 more health. You have team training.
Oh, she does?
She does.
Have 1 more health.
Now, team training is just under your control, though. But yes. So she's got another chump in her. So, unfortunately, going to scheme against me. If the villain is attacking... Nope. So, it's 2. Nope. So, we're at 30. All right. We're in a place. All right. So, we'll draw your 2 cards and my 1 card. Because of this stupidness. Oh, that's 3.
So it's 3?
It's not wonderful. Oh.
There you go. Merry Christmas.
Cannot attack the enemy with Deathglow attached. I'd have to spend those to remove it from the game. But I don't have to exhaust myself. And I'm already on that form anyway. And I do have...
Yeah, it's honestly like...
It's fine.
Well, I mean, you could always flip down to it.
Oh, you can?
Well. No, not on this card.
Oh,
I mean.
Hela schemes. Place 1 threat on each side scheme.
So that goes up to 11.
No, Hela schemes also, by the way.
The game.
Which could be the end.
Don't lose this to the game.
Oh my gosh. Yep. All right, so that's a loss.
G.
Yeah, we didn't respect the main enough. I mean, I don't know how much more we could have done. I mean, there were many times I guess I attacked instead of smashing the problem. I don't know.
I mean, if we didn't kill that minion, I could have ordered for more, right?
I guess we go to our... Well, I mean, this gives us a game to play next week, too. So we can come back to this one if we think it's interesting enough, or we could choose a different one. But let's go ahead into our post-game discussion. Oops. Do. All right. So, Terrence, our post-game discussion this week is we're going to talk about the new heroes. So Vision and Valkyrie, what are your thoughts so far?
I mean, I definitely think Vision is more interesting than Valkyrie. Just because I think any hero that kind of gets I mean, obviously doesn't have it out the gate, but 2/2/2 stat line is just a more versatile for sure for solo. I think, like we've seen a handful of these like kind of form flipping heroes, like first with Ant-Man, I think, right? Obviously you had like in the core set, like the people who wanted to flip between alter ego and hero mode, like every hero can, but like, you had your She-Hulk and kind of other heroes along those lines that wanted to flip more, Miss Marvel, etc., right? And then we got like the Ant-Man kind of Wasp kind of triple kind of form change thing that they could do at will. And then, we got Spectrum, which didn't allow you to flip except for flipping down and then kind of her cards, right? So in some ways I felt like she was a little she had like very like, I guess like spiky kind of turns, because you had to be really cognizant of the form that you end up in, because if you don't draw cards that allow you to kind of flip back to the form you want, it like would be dangerous.
Yeah, she's more challenging for sure.
Especially for
she
like
plays around with that flipping more because she has a lot of cards that lets her do it. but she just can't do it innately is her big problem. By the way, we have a comment that I want to address real quick before we go too much further. Mark says, Hela schemes and attacks for +2 for each scheme in the victory pile. That's actually on her other side only. On this side, she's just a 1/1. After a side scheme is defeated, then we'd flip her back. This is where she gets the +1/+1 and the plus health. So just so everybody's clear on how that works, when she's on this villain side here, she does not do anything additional. She's just a 1/1. So that's the benefit of, that's why we killed the scheme first and then flipped her. So that way, because if we had done it the other way, as soon as we killed her and did the scheme, then we would have had to deal with that stuff. So that's why we did it in the order we did. When we did this again, then she'd be Master Killer again. So she would be her 2 attack +2 or +3. Oh, maybe that's what he was referring to. +3 because it would have been 3 side schemes in there. So she would have been 5 attack at the end there, which is no good at all. Yeah. Although all we have to do at that point is kill her. Yeah.
Beat her down. Yep.
And you get Odin to help and as a chumper if need be.
We're not playing campaigns, so we don't care about it.
Yeah, so there's no way to do that because actually that would have been out earlier. That would have been a side scheme we could have dealt with, but yeah, no, it was pretty good. Yeah. So Steve says good game. So that's Steve Kingsley, also of the One Stop Co-op stream channel. Says good game. Yep. And Thomas says, I'm not sure about picking her up right now. I really enjoy Vision. All right, what I will say is she comes even if you don't want Valkyrie. And this is a thing, right? This is the potential issue with the method they're doing right now, distribution method. I mean, she comes with some really good cards for aggression, and I don't remember. Do you remember what her yellow cards are and blue cards? I can figure that out.
Kind of, I do. But all
right, yeah, I can go in the other room and get. Oh no, I've already shuffled into my other cards. So, so Thor is decently good. I mean, if you're gonna play, I mean, now if you don't have her, I guess Thor is not that good at all. Because then, I mean, actually no, because he can go with anybody, any Avenger build, aggression build. Throg is really good. I mean, 2/2 that comes in tough. Angela, you've already got. Hall of Heroes, you've already got. Combat trainings, you've already got. But Quick Strike's pretty good. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack.
I think Quick Strike's
I agree because it's awful expensive.
Like if you do 2 for 5, like I think it works for Valkyrie if you get her set up. I was actually thinking about it potentially in like a Hulk deck because you could get Hulk in aggression up to 5 reasonably with his upgrade in combat training.
Yeah. Well, Hulk and She-Hulk, because She-Hulk has those cards to give her +2, right? So she could get up to like 7 or something like that. So if you get to like 5 or 7 and you can quick strike it down, it's pretty good.
That feels like
it
a
does.
lot of...
Well, and it seems like very situational. So smash the problem, exhaust your hero to remove threat from scheme equal to your attack. Again, I think it solves a problem for aggression. Especially solo aggression, it kind of needs that. Now, unfortunately, you do have to exhaust your hero to get it to happen. And then there's the best defense. When your hero defends against an attack, use its attack instead of its defense. So again, it solves problems for aggression, these aggression cards it comes with. And then nothing else is new.
Yeah, I'm still unconvinced.
God, like stamina is so good if you like Thor. Card. It's so good. I mean, it's so good because that solves a huge Thor problem being stunned. Bifrost is fine. I mean, it's really good with Throg, and actually, it's really good with Angela too. So it's fine,
especially for Thor more. Than Valkyrie,
because
actually.
Thor, it'll let Thor bring Angela in. The problem is that Bifrost is search your deck. Very specifically, a lot of these say deck and discard pile. Now, I get that it makes it cheaper, but it is 2 cost up front. Again, 1 cost plus itself.
But if you're playing Thor, you have team building probably, and so it is Asgard trade.
Right. Oh, okay. So then you get it for free or 1, basically.
Yeah, I actually think a lot of her. I mean, I think Valkyrie. If you like Thor, Valkyrie is a must
Yeah.
pick up pack
And
if you want to play Thor. Because I actually think all the cards you talked about are just, besides any quick
I
strike, are
mean,
just better
godlike
than
stamina
Thor.
is just ridiculous. Like, I mean, it makes Asgard. Now, there's only 2 Asgard traded people, but these cards, like a 0 cost 2 heal, would be great. Discarding a status in addition to it. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but I mean, against certain villains, it's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're going to have 3 of these in every deck you make with Thor or Valkyrie.
The other difference is that Thor also has an Asgard traded ally for
Yep.
Bifrost, so you can bring out Lady Sif, and that can ready Thor. So
Yeah.
like, I do think Bifrost is just, I do think these Asgard cards
Yeah.
are just better for Thor. Because team building is a thing that you would include. Because I think he has like 9 cards that are Asgard traded, right? Including the hammer, which is something you would recur with like hammer throw.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff
you
like
could
that.
use it
So,
actually as a resource, rather than
Yes.
always just feeling like you just could put it right back into play. All right, so yeah, there's a lot of comments out there. Let's start with Wasteland says she's got some really good Asgard stuff. Yep, that's what we've been saying. Victor says, wonder if we get some more Asgard heroes at some point. So I could see that happening. I mean, there's the 3 warriors, right? His 3 buddies, Thor's 3 buddies from the movies.
I mean,
They
could also
certainly do
Loki.
Loki, of course. I mean, I think everybody's waiting for Loki. Like, Loki's one of the favorite. I feel like just the Loki show and Loki himself from the movies, like, people just love Loki, I feel like. So, yes. But I'm just saying they could do
the Allfather.
I mean, really? Gonna have Odin in the game? I mean, you could. He'd be pretty good. Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know that he'd be...
I mean, they didn't.
Well, that's true. That's true. So Victor says Beta Ray Bill would be awesome. So remind me what Beta Ray Bill is, if you remember, Terrence.
Beta Ray Bill's the leadership ally, right? Or do you mean like the actual
No.
lore?
So he's a leadership ally.
If you're looking for lore.
Is he Asgard?
Oh, he's expensive. He's like 5. Yeah, he's Asgard. He's like a 5 cost, 1/3, like 1 Thor, 3 attack, 4 hit points, I think. And then something about like if he attacks and defeats a minion, he gets to remove 2 threat from the main scheme.
Yeah, it's decent, but it's not. I mean, you wouldn't.
The problem is basically
With Valkyrie, you wouldn't want him doing the killing blows. The problem, they're competing for that last blow.
No, yeah, but you're fine.
Oh, and
with
Thor.
it,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, again, back to Thor.
That I think you're just talking about like Bifrost as a whole, right? Like you can use it to bring out Beta Ray Bill. I think the problem with like leadership is that most Asgard allies are in aggression. So like you're kind of like, even if you're playing Thor, you have what, Heimdall, Beta Ray Bill, and then Lady Sif.
Oh, he was saying Beta Ray Bill as a potential hero, as a potential Asgard hero. Because I'm just reading down to the next one. Because Wasteland says, given what was leaked about the next cycle, I'm betting Beta Ray isn't a stretch. So, and I don't think we're going to talk about the spoilers here and now, but bottom line is he thinks, Wasteland thinks that could be a potential hero at some point in the future at least. And then Victor says it's a lot of weird Spidey stuff for sure, so that's the next one. I'm not sure if there'll be Asgard in the next cycle. Maybe a cosmic cycle would be cool after that. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And Victor says an alien's so impressed with Thor Odin, he got his own hammer. So who's that? Suffer Super Skrull. All right. And Steve says Beta Ray Bill is an alien that is able to wield a hammer too in the lore. So okay. So they're all guessing Beta Ray Bill will eventually be another Asgard.
I think they're just nominating if they're going to pick a hero.
I mean, I like all the stuff they're doing with Asgard. Honestly, I don't know what it is.
Asgard's one of my favorite traits.
I want to make,
even though it's not
I want to
super
make her
developed.
work badly. Like, I really want to work. I don't think aggression
like...
is her strong suit, though, believe it or not. I would probably not do Bifrost. I would, not do the Thors and stuff like that. I would probably build her...
Run me through your thought process of what the best aspect
I'm thinking you go protection.
You do like protection and ever vigilant with like
I think you go protection. I think because you got the spear, you can death glow the villain themselves. So now you're +2 on your defense. So you're starting baseline 4 with that. You still do decent damage. She's got cards that ready her.
She does?
Or she's got that defensive card, right? Shield Maiden. That doesn't make her exhaust. So that's another way for her to defend better. I think you go heavy defense.
Yeah, I feel like the downside is it shuts off... It makes Valhalla a useless card. It makes Havet lose overkill.
Sure. But I mean, it depends who you're going against, right? Obviously. I don't think protection's as good against minion heavy ally or villains anyway, because protection can only defend so much. I think. Well, if you do a healing protection, maybe, but I think protection's always going to be weaker when there's a lot of allies.
I think you can make a build for sure with Ever Vigilant and Aragorn. The problem is you have to get Aragorn out first, right? Like, unlike Spectrum, who has Ariel traded from the get-go, you have to get it. And before you do, those are dead cards in hand. So you probably wouldn't run through them.
I'm going to go off of the screen. Let's transition and just kind of look at some cards potentially. So which one's Ever Vigilant? Remind me. Is it an event?
It's the 2-cost event in protection that if you're aerial, and it's also aerial traded, so potentially you could run T-building if you're actually like
ready your hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. I mean, that's pretty good.
So it could allow you to defend and then, ready and then attack, right?
But I think just all the defensive events are just good. I mean... So this is main scheme only. So you're either going to do Ever Vigilant or you're going to put in the stuff where... What's the other stuff? Where you remove threat when you block all the damage. Yeah, which is one of my favorite cards. Oh yeah, that's an upgrade or whatever.
She does defend 5.
Right. I mean, she's defending 5.
I feel like the other thing, it just like... I think the reason protection's awkward, not that you can't make it work, it also like kind of shuts off Flight of the Valkyrie.
I mean, how many times did I use that? Which one is that again?
It's the one that you can remove. It's like her only thwarting card. It's like when you kill a minion.
Well, I mean, it's not like you can't kill a minion. You're gonna have 4 attack against anybody else. That's not the boss. You just get 3 attack.
You only have 3 attack.
You can have 3 attack against anybody who's not the boss. And you'll have 4 attack against the boss. I don't know. I mean, Justice is the other option.
It's not that it's like a dead card. It's definitely like you probably will choose not to play it because you're not expecting to block it.
Exactly right.
So it just puts like, I mean, similarly, like you have 2 Shield Maidens, and to some degree, like Spear is kind of a useless card, except in this particular build because you have Fusillade, right? But like she, I think that's to some degree why she's a little bit of an awkward hero.
I think she's awkward because of Death Glow. I'll be honest.
Split in half.
I think Death Glow's not good enough. I wish it was. It should be 0 cost. There is literally no reason for it not to be 0 cost. I totally disagree with people say it'd be overpowered because you still.
I would be okay if it was 1 cost, but it was Asgard traded. Like the hammer.
Sure. Or I'd be okay if it was 1 cost, but -1 cost if you still had if Valhalla's upright or something like that.
I feel like making an Asgard trade's the best.
Yeah, I mean that would do it. I mean, but then you're putting you're putting a card in. Well, so that gives you an extra free use.
Yeah, but at that point if you put team building in, it's just like it doesn't feel like a bad card because not you would now have five cards in, but like one of those cards you would play every turn, right?
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. Even if it was zero cost, what's the harm in it being zero cost? Okay, if you got five... Oh, that's what I was going to say. This is what I think would actually be my preferred way to do it. Because I thought about it earlier. It's one cost, but it's minus one cost if the minion is in front of you. Because I think the problem and the thing they're afraid of is multiplayer games, right? In 4-player, if you could take out every minion on the board, that becomes a problem. So if it's one cost to play against a minion that's not in front of you, and it becomes free to play just against your minions, I don't think that's a problem. Because even if you do cards like the ones that draw them to you, I just think that's cool comboing, right? Like that.
I mean, it feels super. It feels. I feel like that's. I think Asgard trade is probably
No, because that only gives you one free use of it a turn. It's.
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
I mean, you
like
still get that with
turn.
Valhalla. Once a turn, basically, you get a free one because it just replaces itself, the card. I don't think it's enough.
Sure.
I mean, people are saying she's weak right now, right? Like, you're telling me one more use of Deathglow would be enough? I really don't. I think it needs to be...
It's not one more use at zero cost in front of you if you're playing true solo and you're like you use like Angela looking for trouble. Like you have stuff that can pull a ton of minions in front of you. You can definitely build that deck. You just didn't build that deck,
I mean,
right?
I did have that. I just didn't use those things.
You don't have looking for trouble, for instance.
That is true. I thought about it, but here's the thing.
And you don't have the card that lets you draw based off the number of minions you have in front of you.
Well, yes, that's true. I don't have that. But yeah, I mean, I did a little bit of. But I don't know that she's super good at that. That's my point. Deathglow is not as good as people. Deathglow is not good enough to do stuff like that. I don't think. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if you were able to draw 500 cards, then you could just keep paying for Deathglow and it would be worthwhile. I just feel...
Well, if it's zero cost, you're not paying for Deathglow.
Well, that was my point. That's why I wanted it to be zero cost.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like that. That's basically like a free ready, and you're attacking for 5 against anything you pull in front of you. That'd be like insane.
You still have to play all those cards to pull stuff in front of you. Is my point.
I mean, most of them are like zero cost, though.
I mean, I guess you still have to build a whole deck around pulling stuff in front of you.
Most of them are zero cost, and they do something else besides pull the minion in front of you, right?
But I mean, 1 damage. Who cares about that? Like 1 damage and pull it, or whatever else, or. I mean, we're assuming that you're talking these little wimpy minions. I mean, there's a lot of minions that are like not wimpy, right? I mean, if you're playing higher level play.
I mean, when you're hitting for 5, like they don't.
Well, but Frost Giant, even a Frost Giant, they don't have to tough, be 4 life. I don't know. I think when you're playing higher level play, look, who cares if at low level play it's overpowered? You know what I mean? I think that's okay if you're playing, casually or whatever. Once you build up and you're fighting against bigger monsters, like I don't think it's as good as even at free. I don't think it's overpowered personally. Or would be overpowered. Like right now, I just think it's too weak. Now maybe, because here's the problem: you can't do that and what you want to do on your turn from your hand. You're basically sacrificing card play from your hand to do Deathglow. That's the problem with it right now, and that's why people are like, "Oh, you want to put it on minions?" I kind of agree with that, but I almost feel like you just put it on the boss and leave it there all game, and you get extra damage and defense against them all game. And your Shield Maiden becomes better, and like, I don't know.
That's definitely one way to build it. Right?
I mean, maybe you put in, we were talking.
I still think you could run aggression and do that. You can do that.
Put Godslayer on. Obviously you need a holster at that point. You get Fusillade, which is what I did. I mean, the problem is then you're literally doing nothing again to thwart. The problem is I could not help enough with thwarting with aggression today. And got.
I don't know how true some of that is. Like, potentially you should have ran maybe holster in some way to ping off tough, but like it was not like some of the plays I did to get rid of tough were not cheap
Yeah.
for me, right?
Well, and to be honest,
And that was at the
I
that
mean,
was
that
at the
one time
possibility.
we didn't need you to do it. Honestly, I think that was not the only time we lost, but I think that was an issue, right? Like if we had had you not take off that tough, who cares about its one extra whatever? You could have thwarted for 3 extra, and then they would have done one more. So 1, 2, 3, they would have done one more, so we still would have lost. Because you thwarted for 3, right?
Now I was starting for 2, but I could have like made the call to get Vivian in and then inspired her. So I could have
6 or
thwarted
8
actually
more.
for like
Yeah, I mean
8
that's the
turns.
thing. Like that was the bigger threat. This guy in front of me, because I flipped down anyway, doing 1 wasn't a big deal at that point. So I think that was potentially a mistake. I also put
yeah,
Thor
I
in
mean,
on the same turn instead of smashing the problem, right? Like I could have held Thor, or I could have done something differently. Like either way, we had several ways to take the threat down more, and we chose not to.
you also don't expect it to go up.
Well, I mean,
10
yes, you did
in a
draw
turn.
this.
I think you just
Yeah.
don't count that.
Well,
math,
I mean,
right?
we were drawing a lot of cards, so there was. Yes, but we got 2 of these, so that was 6. Plus, plus another 6, so that was 12. Plus the 3. Yeah, I mean, it was just a lot. I mean, it depends how you want to play, right? We had played cautiously all game, and then at the end there, we went a little bit aggressive. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's always easier to play Monday morning quarterback when you know the results.
Yeah, well, you make a call, right? Like you make a bet, and the bet was we don't think he's
Well,
going to
right.
thort for 10.
Yes.
And sometimes
Yes,
you're wrong.
that is very, very true.
You know, yeah, I actually think my leadership vision deck can thwart a good amount in a turn if it has
Oh,
to.
you did.
Like
You
I have enough.
thwarted a ton.
Well, not consistently, but like I have enough of the like reboots, inspiring presence. Like you could kill Vivian off potentially and then bring her back. Like plus like Vision is like I'm pretty sure I thwarted
Yeah.
every turn with Vision at that point, except for one turn where I got
Yeah.
rid of stunned or something.
I do think there is a good deck, and I think there's a good aggression deck, and I don't think this one's far off of a good aggression deck, honestly. I mean, I wish there was a way to get Death Glow out more consistently. And I just never felt like I had the resources. Now, it also didn't help that I lost my Quinn carrier and my Hela carrier. So that was part of why I got those 2 cards. I think those really help her because I do think she's resource starved later in the game. And I mean, I used Martial Prowess once or twice all game. That's the problem. Like, I never got to use Bifrost. Like, all these things are supposed to help with my issues. Bifrost, Martial Prowess. Like, those are her biggest issues. She has no resource generation.
Well, you basically barely played her attack events though.
Well, the whole point was I was supposed to be able to build up, which I did do, and then be able to play the attack events like, the last time through, which is what we always do. The first time through is like the build-up round. The second time is play all your events type round. The problem is I kept losing my good stuff. I had to play combat train, or I had to play whatchamacallit on you twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I would probably just cut. I would cut boot camp.
It wasn't necessary. It certainly
Against-
isn't needed for my deck.
I say that in the sense that like if you're playing against Hela, you know she has that card and it's gonna come up, right? There's
Well,
more than one
honestly, I
copy
totally
in the deck.
spaced on
It's
the
gonna
fact
come
that
up.
she had that card, right? I've only played Hela 2 or 3 times so far. So I was building a take on all comers type deck. I don't necessarily.
Yeah. The other kind of flip for that is like if you're expected to deal with most of the combat, boot camp just doesn't help me because Vivian's probably gonna be thwarting most of the game, I guess. Is the other kind of calculation, right? Like if you're carrying the decks for it, I think in a normal scenario it'd actually be really good, right? Like that means Vivian can attack for 4. Like if you're trying to like burn the boss down on a turn, which Hela is definitely not one of those kind of villains, right? But like if you're doing another villain where that was true, it would be a different.
Well, Hela
it
can't
would
be that
very
way because
different,
you've
right?
got to
Like,
get rid of the side schemes, and
yeah, I think that's why she's more interesting in that respect of like it. I think cause it definitely like tests the deck out. You have to kind of
yeah,
be able to do a lot more.
yeah. So she's one of the more interesting villains because of that. So let's get back. I mean, so I think we both are in agreement that Vision's pretty good. I don't know that he's like the highest tier of heroes, but he's fun. He does something different, and he's, you know, he challenges you with this flipping and your hero flipping, right? So there's a lot of different options that you have with him.
I think I have similar problems with Asgard that you know, like obviously Android is
Yes.
not super well developed as a trait. I mean, luckily at least Vivian's really good, so like it's enough to kind of invest in that. Like, and then obviously he's Android too, so like you're never sad about readying yourself and healing for one either.
Absolutely not,
You
and
know?
especially if you build a deck that gives you plus stats, right? So then you could be thwarting for 3
Yeah.
yourself every turn and healing.
Yeah, I try to do that, but it's just too much to do in a single deck. Like you can't focus on yourself
Yeah.
and Vivian, so you kind of got to pick there. I did put the, you know, Justice is Served or Ready to Rumble cards, but I potentially would take
Those are
those
the
out.
0 cost when you change
Um,
form,
and-
+1 to your stats.
No, those are the 1 cost. The 1 cost are ready when you flip forms. I actually think I might cut them and put some other leadership stuff
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I would even not have minded, like a couple extra heroes would have been, or allies would have been nice too. Just so we had more chumping. Cause,
Yeah, I do think Vision is also very expensive. As
yeah.
like, his
Well, because
upgrades
if I
are not
did
cheap.
not have to flip down, because I took 27 million damage on that one round, like if we had one more blocker out, you know what I mean? I feel like,
Yeah, you can potentially also solve that with like ready for action, which gives the allies stuff.
yeah, so I feel like we just needed one more round. And again, all I had to do was Bifrost Thorin or Bifrost Throgin. Well, they were all on my discard is the problem. When you're at the bottom of your deck, Bifrost is no good. Yeah, I don't know why Bifrost is not end discard. I mean, I guess it would be ridiculously good, but I feel like it's hard to use now.
Yeah, because then you could just cycle, like, you imagine you have it in Thor, you just cycle Angela.
Or Throg, too. I mean, Throg is great for 2 costs out of your discard. Yeah.
Again, I still think all those cards are still just better in Thor, right? Like, Thor wants to pull minions. He has more innate, like, he has the, like, you know, Defender of the Nine Realms card, 3 of.
Yep.
Them feels better to engage minions.
Yeah, and you draw cards. That's the thing.
Everyone likes
I think
cards.
Brunhilde, they were going for a similar thing, killing lots of minions or whatever. But I think the problem is that, again, because her Death Glow costs 1, I'm not saying she's bad. I definitely think there are decks for her. I think there are decks where she's going to be better than she is in aggression, even potentially. I just think the problem with her right now is they're almost like, hey, pull a lot of minions and then fight them. And, you know, that's what death...
But I don't think she even pulls that many minions. She only wants to pull like 1.
Well, right, because of Valhalla and Deathglow,
turn.
really, they only roll you once a turn. That's the other thing. If Valhalla was usable multiple times, I think that would actually be more broken. Although the negative of it would be at least you're going through your deck and having to cycle more, getting more bad cards. At least it would be a negative. I do think they need to do something about the 1 cost. You're right. If it was traded, it would have been a lot better. I mean, the problem is they can't go back now, right? Making this a condition, there's nothing they can do about it because it's one of her signature cards.
I mean, maybe they'll have a team building type thing for conditions, or you know, like a death focus for conditions.
Sure, but how many conditions are there that you're gonna put that in your deck?
A lot. I mean, you would put it if you're running Valkyrie.
Are there more
100%.
conditions than
Right.
Deathglow? Oh, just
but if you have,
just
like,
for Deathglow.
for Valkyrie, you
Yes.
100%
Oh,
would put
absolutely.
it in, right?
Yeah. If I
Like,
could
like
Deathglow
is
out
such a-
every turn for free, absolutely, I would put it in. Again, even if it's just once a turn, is better than the way it is right now. So maybe you're right. Maybe she just needed something to get it out once a turn.
I think. I mean, I'd be curious, but I do think just making Asgard traded fixes a lot of stuff. Like once a turn is actually good enough, in my opinion, because you aren't pulling like. I mean, you could, but I think most people are probably not going to pull like 10 minions out, right? Maybe in 4-player you would.
And well, that's my thing.
You don't want
is like I don't want to make it too powerful in 4-player, but I also feel like it's just a little not good enough. So maybe you're right. Maybe Asgard traded would have done it, and then you could play team building, which would also help you get Thor out or whoever else as well.
And it also helps you get all your weapons, right? So that's the other nice thing, that if it was that way, it is a repeatable thing. It doesn't feel like a waste. So like both her weapons get out. I think her horses maybe Asgard traded too, right? And then Valhalla's Asgard
traded. So
traded.
maybe I should have it in there no matter what, because
Asgard
Bifrost is Asgard traded.
And then all your allies. It's not high enough though. Like it's not like Thor where it's like 9 plus anything else you put in, plus the hammer you're recurring with hammer throw. But that's why it's like if Deathblow was, it is a thing that you could potentially use every turn.
Whereas now you're going to use it 5 times, and if it's the last thing in your deck after you got your spears out and your swords out and everything else, then it feels real bad.
Well, knowing you know.
Well, that was ridiculous. That was a little ridiculous.
But yeah, I mean, then you at least have your allies, right? Like you can, all of your Asgard allies are things you could basically team building if you aren't going to Bifrost them as well. And then potentially you could also go maybe a little more Avenger traded too. It doesn't work with Bifrost, but like she is Avenger, right? And so you could put like a Spider Girl, which is great if you're pulling minions out, because then you get to stun and thwart it too, so you don't have to deal with it this turn. But you still get your card draw out of it. You know, you could like get the card draw to then pay for Spider Girl. And then kind of deal with it next.
So Mark says, when you play Valkyrie more, you'll see more shortcomings in her kit. Visit Valhalla, her spear, Shield Maiden, and to a lesser degree Riggs will more often than not be used as resource cards. He says, even I find Aragorn hardly sees play. So Aragorn's a horse.
Well, I mean, Aragorn just feels super expensive for a signature card, because you can pay 1 to get endurance for 3, and I think Ariel is just not.
Well, and the problem is
right
a
now,
lot of
like,
these things are like very specific. Like you got to be alter ego. Like her signature ally, you have to be alter ego for.
Well, that's very common though. That like a card searchability requires you to be an alter ego. Like it's very. Is there a hero that?
But Visit Valhalla is also like.
Same with For Asgard and Thor, right? Like all these kind of search your deck for something, or search your discard for a thing, because it's such a strong effect. They force you to do it.
Sure. Well, I mean, I guess the exception is Hawkeye's Quiver, but that didn't make him overpowered.
Yeah. Well, I think just theme wise too. Like, it's not like you like get arrows, you know, like while you're being a civvy, and then.
Well, I don't know. Have you seen the Hawkeye show?
The quiver makes
That's exactly what he did. That they were making his own arrows. He's sitting there making them. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get the theme Visit Valhalla, and I'm glad it's free. But like, I don't know.
Or Asgard cost 1.
Well, again, I don't think Thor's signature kit's very strong. I think it's
strong because you get Thunder God.
Well, at least he has resource cards. That's the thing. She doesn't even have a resource card. Like that's one of her biggest weaknesses is lack of resources. Like Deathglow costing 1 wouldn't be an issue if she had a way to get resources easily. I'm sorry, Valhalla's not good enough. Like, because you have to have minions for Valhalla to be decent, and you still have to pay the 1 to get the 1. So it's not even like it's really giving you a card. It's really just replacing the card you paid to put Deathglow out there. And I mean, I get that her stat line's pretty good. She can be a 4/3 against 1 enemy, but that's like, you got to pay for all that. You got to build up to that, without combat training. I mean, when you think of her versus Vision, for example, what's Vision Is he one's across the board, but he's got the 2 pistols?
No, she's 2-2-2.
Is Vision 2-2-2? Not Vision. I'm sorry. Venom. Venom's
1-2-2, isn't he?
So, but bottom line with Venom is he gets his 2 pistols, and then he's that way against everybody. For her, it's just against one villain at a time.
Yeah, 1-2-2. I am surprised you don't remember his stat line.
I mean, I haven't played him nearly as much as I want to. I'm just sad because I think Valkyrie's good, but I want her to be better. And I feel like she's not far off. I feel like
good. I think you don't think.
I don't think she's bad. I don't think she's good. You're right.
She's good.
I think I want to make her work, which is different than her not being bad, because I don't think she's good enough right now.
I think she has fun mechanics in her.
Yes.
In her kit, I think is what you're getting at. But it's like you haven't gotten a build.
Well, and again, I've only played her twice, and I haven't built with her a lot. But I'm seeing a lot of what Mark's saying here. Like,
well, I think what Mark's saying though is like the thing I said before. I think the problem is her kit is kind of split in half to some degree, right? Like besides Annabelle Riggs, the Spear, Shield Maiden, like those cards get shut off if you basically don't defend and you don't put Deathglow on the villain, right?
Right.
For the most part, right? But if you go the other route, then it shuts off. I mean, probably not exactly Sword, but like, you know, it shuts off kind of like Flight of the Valkyrie becomes significantly less good. Valhalla becomes less good because you're not killing minions, right? Like if you choose not to go minion killing route, like it turns off a bunch of her cards. So like she's kind of stuck in this like limbo no man's land of like having part of her kit good at, and it's not in a like 2-2-2 stat line like diverse like, oh, I can thwart, I can do this thing. It's like I have to pick where Deathglow goes, and wherever I pick where it goes and what I want to do will enable a third.
I really think you treat Valhalla as a resource, and put it on the. You know, everybody's told me so far, don't put Deathglow on the minion or on the villain until you're ready to kill it. I don't know if I agree with that. I almost feel like that's exactly where you put it, and you just leave it there, and you don't got to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to pay for it again. You just put it on the villain, and you know, then it boosts all your cards versus where you want them boosted, which is mostly against the villain. I think she can still do decent damage. Right, she could do 3 damage and in aggression do 4 to minions. You know, yes, she doesn't get to ready, but I don't know. Paying 2 for Valhalla, it's just to replace the card that you use for Deathglow. You would never have to replace it if you never put it out there, right? So it doesn't really help you there. And yes, healing 1 damage is fine, but it's really 1 damage. I don't know. And again, if it wasn't once per turn, that would be different, right? Then you could keep doing Deathglow over and over because you'd keep drawing that card to replace itself. It just feels like Valhalla for 2 cost is just, it's not as good as it needs to be. I don't know. We've complained a lot. I'm going to definitely try to make Valkyrie work. I don't think she's the worst by far. Hulk is way worse than she is. But I do see a lot of the flaws in the design of, you know, it's just, you're right. They tried to make her good in both ways, and you have to pick a way, but it doesn't feel like either way is good enough at this point.
I think you can definitely, I don't know, like I've been looking at, I have part of a deck built together that I was starting on this week, but knowing that I was playing Vision, I didn't like test it and trial it too hard. I think Slimmer just the word she definitely, if you build a minion deck, obviously you will excel at a minion type of thing. And I think in that deck you put in like hand cannon, kind of, you know, like any kind of those. Maybe not mean swing, but you have to get our weapons out, which makes it a little less consistent. So maybe you do like that strike card. That's the +2 instead.
And maybe
of the
that
+3.
was my big problem. Maybe I should have done mean swing instead
you,
of the one that costs 2 and gives you 5 damage. Mean swing just gives you 3 more damage, right?
Yeah, I mean I don't know if mean swing was the right call here because you played 2 of them in a turn, you know, one time. But so there's that. There's basically like the like minion overkill kind of build. So you're running hand cannon. You take advantage of her super high like innate attack. You're gonna run moment of triumph to heal her, right? You're gonna run looking for trouble to fetch minions. You're gonna run. I don't know if you have room to run chase them down, but like you kind of get like the idea I'm talking about, and like it is a much more like I'm gonna pull minions and I'm gonna kick the crap out of them.
But that's very villain dependent. Remember last week, our lowest health minion was like 5 or 6 or whatever it felt like. And this week, honestly, beside those little 1/1 guys, all the rest had tough. And we're like,
yeah, but if you're running like if you did like was it the one that pulls you did that like 2 or 3 times, like that's a 3 health minion, and with hand cannon you're hitting 47,
with overkill,
right? Like
part of the problem is she doesn't excel on this mission per se either with this build. So I mean, there's a lot of things we've got going against her. I would like to try her different build.
I mean, we could do like Banter.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, going to shine against different things. This mission needed more thwarting than she has available. Like, that's her biggest weakness, is she's all-out aggression, and that's why I would like to build kind of an all-out aggression deck. She just, in this mission, you needed to do both sides, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think part of it, too, is like, while you're building up, I also need to do it.
Right.
I also need to do both. And so that was tough. And even at the end, I need to do both.
Yeah, Mark says, great design / theme, but poorly executed. I'm still going to continue to try to make her work. Because honestly, I love a lot about her kit. There are cards that I think I'm just not going to include. Or I think she might be interesting Justice also. I think she might be really interesting Justice. Because if she could flip more to make some of her alter ego stuff work more, she has more confusion or whatever to make it so that she can flip, she feels a lot better at that point.
I mean, what are you flipping down for? Just Visit Valhalla?
Well, I mean, you got 2 things that you flip down for, but also just so you don't have to worry about defending or healing. You just go in full out attack, and your Justice cards will deal with whatever, and she just gets her 4 or 5 attack every turn. And then, every once in a while throws out a 7 attack. And eventually she's just going to wear something down, right?
I feel like that probably works fine for solo, but I don't know how much. I don't know if you contribute enough in a.
Well, I mean, she's just mostly focused on thwarting. And that 5 damage or whatever is just extra. All her cards are focused around thwarting in that situation. Although, again, she has a resource problem. Whereas, I don't know if she has enough resources to keep up with, paying for all that every turn. It'd be interesting to see, though. I know people said she works well in Justice. And I do think it's the villain combination here, too. I think it was just an interesting
I mean, getting your 3 cost supports ripped away really hurts in any game.
Well, and that's the thing. I had built this deck to be a build-up and then do some stuff. And I think this villain just kicked me in the butt. Because, again, I wouldn't be complaining about Deathglow if I had a Helicarrier and a Quinn Carrier the entire game. I literally paid for Quinn Carrier and lost it that turn, I think. Or the following turn. I mean, it was brutal. Like, I got to use it maybe once. Or maybe twice. I certainly got to use it the turn I put it out. But that was a huge problem for her. And I guess it's partially the way I built it.
I still think we could have won this.
Oh, we definitely could have won it. Like I said, if we had just thwarted that one turn instead of killing my dude, who literally would have thwarted for 1, like, we could have clearly killed it. I mean, we just didn't want to retro, go back that far at that point. Because we realized it too late.
I did ask if you wanted me to do it, and you're like...
Well, we were both in there, because you said that getting rid of the tough is pretty important, right? And I was like, well, yeah, I guess so. Because I was full on board.
I mean, it kind of just shuts a lot of your damage off.
Yeah.
I know Brent really likes that pistol. And I wonder if that would help her a lot in this
Just
deck.
to plink off some tough every once in a while.
Yep. And it's out, right? So you have to have it with, and then you basically never run spear, right? So you don't even care about the restricted slot. Like, don't care about putting spear down. You put the pistol. You can plank off like 3 tops.
I mean, what is she going to do about taking damage then? If you don't put spear down. I mean, I feel like spear is better with combat, maybe.
I mean, how many times did you defend? How many times did you defend with spear? Why did you
defend it once when it mattered? Didn't I? At the end there?
No.
Well, right, because she wants to attack every round. Yeah, so spear is a weird card.
Yeah, you didn't do it.
Yeah.
I chumped for you. And you were like, maybe I should defend this attack. And you're like, no.
Well, right, that's the problem. So that's the other. All right, so this spear is such a weird choice for her. You're right. And the more I think about it, it's such a weird choice because she never wants to defend. The only time it's good is with Shield Maiden. Beside that, it's almost worthless. Because if she's not attacking, then she's not doing what she needs to do. Yeah, it's so weird. That's why I feel like protection might be her strongest suit. Because at least...
Yeah, but then like I said, you're shutting off like the other part of her build, right? So
what, you mean the minion part?
Well, just like, yeah, I mean, it just shuts off like.
I think the minion part is so
the ability to use part
villain dependent and so whatchamacallit dependent. It's so modular dependent that I don't know. Like, I hate building that specific a thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, you're playing Ultron or whatever. She'd be great as a minion killer. Or you're playing Goblin, which is how I played her first. She's great as a minion killer. But, like, against the right heroes. Or villains, I feel like.
Yeah, but that's always true of that kind of deck, right? Like, it is specific to...
Well, yeah, because, like, Brant says
right?
he loves playing Rocket Raccoon. But he likes playing Rocket against Ultron. Yeah, it's freaking great to overkill and draw a million cards when you're playing against somebody who's literally, you know, your character is perfect against.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things she does well, though, is her basic attack is high enough in aggression to take on strong minions. Especially when you can plank
you're right.
off, right? Like, I think
that's her negative is the tough, though. You're right. She does. Maybe you're right. Maybe just a nice pistol in place of that spear would be the right call.
I mean, I don't know if they have pistols in Valhalla, but, you know, they probably do.
I mean, you do need something, though, to plink damage with her. I mean, just in this specific scenario, though. I mean, we're literally talking just against the Giants. Although,
I mean, do you run Bug?
Oh.
Heals 1 every time you attack, right?
Actually, yeah, Bug would have been a good call for this deck. I didn't do it because he was not...
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I tried to make it work, right? But you're right. I think Bug would be a lot better in this deck. So, would you want to run Vision next week? Would you want to keep the same deck? Would you want to change decks? Where are we at for next week?
I can run this deck again, unless you want me to run Valkyrie.
Well, we'll talk about it. We've got a whole week to decide. Let us know in the comments what you all think. So Mark's made some more comments. He said combat training, mean swing, fusillade, godslayer, skilled strike, hand cannon, and focus on hitting the villain. I mean, you can't use all of that. I guess you could if you don't use your spear. You could use hand cannon and godslayer.
Well, you also would need the holster.
Holster, yeah, if you're not using the spear, that seems good. You'll have Dragon Fang and the spear for Fusillade and Mean Swing. Well, again, you can't use the spear, Godslayer, and hand cannon is the problem.
I mean, you would drop hand cannon once you get Godslayer out if you're just focused on hitting the.
Well, I don't know that you ever need the cannon, right? In that situation.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't run cannon if you're just going against the villain. I think hand cannon's great for minion killing. I think giving her the ability to overkill at will when her base attack is 5. I mean, base attack. Once she gets her stuff up.
Well, I mean, how about those overkill cards? Well, the problem is.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but she doesn't have overkill innately. That's the problem. Oh no, hand cannon gives her overkill.
Well, that's where hand cannon. Yeah, that's the point of the hand cannon in a
Yeah.
minion build for her, right? Just like you put stuff like Angela, you put stuff like Looking for Trouble. She has her two events
Yep.
that also pull minions for 0 that give her card draw. And so you have a few ways to get minions at will. You have a hand cannon that is your choice when to use it, right? Um, and so like I think she could be a pretty decent if you built it. You probably would drop Fusillade. You would drop like I probably would drop the Asgard
Yeah,
thing.
no, the Asgard thing.
I don't know if it works. I think it works in Thor much better.
Yeah.
Like I've said. So maybe put Bug in. Maybe put,
I mean, I'd still put Throg in.
Spider Girl.
Throg for 2 costs for a tough
I think Throg
is
works, but
pretty ridiculous.
But like at that point, you're not like trying to build around Asgard. Like I probably wouldn't even put Thor in.
Right. I mean, Thor is great if you get overwhelmed. Right. I mean, this ability is ridiculous. Attack, spend a lightning bolt.
Yeah, but I think you potentially put in. But I think at that point, you're investing. You would do the like. I forget what the 0 cost card is called. Someone in chat probably remembers, but it's the one that allows you to draw from the number of minions in front of you. So you would probably do that build, but I just feel like Thor is just better at that.
Thor is just better because he can kill them all with one lightning strike. Whereas she has to attack, pay, attack, pay, attack, pay. I mean, she wants to kill 1 a turn. Valhalla tells her she wants to kill 1 minion a turn. Exactly 1, no more, no less.
And she's happy to kill bigger minions.
Well, if she's got a way around tough. So that's why you need Bug or the pistol. I think you're right. So I think we're coming to a deck that we can build for next week.
I mean, I don't know how good it is. I'm just theory crafting right now, but that's at least where my head has gone when this is the deck that I've been working on. So you showed me your deck, and I was just like I think this is a little too middle of the road for me.
Yeah,
like
well, and I see, and my thought is going the exact opposite way, and just focusing on the. That's why I said I'm thinking about putting Godslayer in. I was thinking about, you know what I mean? I was just like.
I think like Mark is saying, that is also viable. That is I think that's what makes her somewhat interesting. Is that this is actually my favorite part of some of these heroes, is that like I think when it's not obvious how to build the hero, and potentially they're actually a little better than
absolutely.
You think they are.
No, I think there's a good hero in here somewhere. I don't think she'll be A tier, but I think there's a good hero in here somewhere. Whereas other people, I think, other talk I've heard is that she's just not that great.
I think that's probably true in True Solo.
Yes. Well, again, I think you have to go either Protection or Justice True Solo. I mean, there's almost no other way to go with her. I think Protection could work. I really do think Protection could work for her.
I feel like my problem with Protection is I don't think it thwarts enough. Like I feel like most Protection decks
they're
that
slow.
you think about that work in True Solo they're slow, but at least the hero stat line is like 2/2/2 or something, where like they can thwart at will, right? But I feel like anytime you have a hero that you're doing Protection in True Solo that has like a 1 thwart, it becomes really challenging because Protection doesn't actually have a lot of thwarting, so you're relying on allies to do it, right?
Yeah.
Because you have like bait and switch, where the villain attacks.
I mean, but that's never great. Like I don't know. I've never used that card once. I can't imagine. Like, I mean,
I've used it in Drax, but like, yeah, I mean, it's just you're kind of boned anytime you get a crisis, right? Because like almost everything in
off the main scheme, right?
Off the main scheme.
Well, in True Solo, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, in True Solo, and then like she also doesn't have great 14 signature cards, right? So like that's the other thing you would look at, is just like, oh well, at least my hero has some way to actually like get rid of.
Yeah, and she doesn't have any stuns or confuses in her deck. So yeah, I think True Solo, she's going to be very hard. I think she's going to be very hard. I mean, unless you do the speed runs, right, where you just go full bore again.
But is she speedrun, right? Like, I feel like you need her.
Well, it takes a while. Yeah,
like,
she needs to build first, and she has no way of drawing cards, and she has no extra resources. So, yeah, that's the problem with speedrunning her. So I think she's a good support. I mean, she's a little bit better version of Hulk, I guess, right? Like, she's really good at.
I don't know about that. She at least has a
Well,
5-card hand.
but
Let's
she
slow
at
down
least
here,
does
man.
what she's. I mean, but she does what Hulk wants to do. Just be a glass cannon, not even a glass cannon, a decently tanky cannon. I think they've tried for this archetype twice now. I think anytime they do,
I mean, they did it with Thor.
but again, Thor wasn't great out of the box. And
No, Thor was fine out of the box, just not
well,
in true
sure.
solo.
But I think Hawkeye's another one they did. They tried to make a glass cannon out of him. And again, none of those characters are great in true solo, I don't think. And that's the problem with them. But we got a couple of comments here. Mark says, I love the way you guys are slowly figuring out how clunky she is. And then Bahamut says, bring it. So I don't know what that bring it response was to, but yeah, it's been brought in. But I think we've covered enough. All right, Vision. Is there anything else we want to say about Vision that hasn't been said yet by us?
There's a bunch of different decks outside of. I actually thought Vision was interesting to deck build for. He does have stuff that I think no hero does, which is definitely this intangible, like does not take, reduces damage attack by 2, and I think that is a super unique. I know Brant's been talking to us about his kind of minion collector Vision build, which you can definitely imagine.
Yeah.
Like you'd imagine the stuff we talked about with Valkyrie, but like on Vision of like being able to, pull minions out and then him just.
I mean, he doesn't care.
Yeah. So like that's definitely super unique to him.
Oh, Bahamut was saying the card that lets you draw a card for each minion is called Bring It.
Yeah, Bring It.
And I still stick with my it's been brought in statement.
But that obviously be really good for Vision because he can just sit there and collect them.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't care
over multiple turns.
He's literally the only hero that doesn't care how many minions he has in front of him, as long as they're all 2 or less damage. He's like, yeah, bring all the minions.
Yeah. But potentially there's also like a protection build here with like Nova, because you do have solar gems, so you can proc his initiate attack, right?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think, if you didn't have my combat training to get rid of the 2 times, boot camp, you probably would have had to get rid of team training or your cape. You're obviously not getting rid of solar gem.
Well, I played solar gem pretty late too.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I agree. I think Vision has some ways to go. I think he'd probably be. I think he has builds in each of the aspects. I think aggression's a little harder to see for him, but
there's just the minion collector.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's aggression. You're absolutely right. And then you draw a million cards. We'll bring it.
There's the justice build because he can always thwart, right? Like he has that base stat of 2.
Yeah, even when he's on intangible. So it's interesting. You're going to do an intangible build where he's just going to stay on, and I guess you're assuming your allies are going to do all the damage at that point?
No, you can flip to dense when you need to basically.
Not if you got 10 minions on you.
Go to town, right?
I mean, I guess you bring Thor and just clear him.
I don't know. Like I don't know if you would have 10 minions per se, but like, you definitely have. You can get reboot. You can get other things, I guess, to like relentless assault.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. Brant has done it, so he could like. If you ask him, I'm sure he will.
Brant loves getting a lot of minions in front of himself, and so does Steve from the other. I can't think of his show right now. What was it? Beat the Game. Yeah, both of those guys love drawing a lot of minions.
Or there's other Steve from One Stop
Yes,
Co-op
not
Shop.
the Steve from One Stop Co-op Shop. Maybe Steve likes drawing a lot of minions in front of him too. But yeah, they definitely like. At least the builds I've seen them play, they're very have a bunch of minions in front of them and just do stuff to kill them all at once. But I don't watch their shows every week, so I could be very wrong on that. Maybe that's just all I've heard them talk about. But I want to make Valkyrie work. I really do. So I want to figure this out. But I think you're right. I think I played her down the middle of the road, and I'm just gonna have to pick a path, and do it. And you're right. She may have to be one of those heroes that is going to be very villain specific. Like some villains, she's going to do a minion heavy path. You know, she's not going to be great for running the gauntlet, for example, which is something I want to get back to. But she might not be.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you run the gauntlet. Like, do you run the gauntlet where you can swap your deck out?
Running the gauntlet is I build one deck and I see how far I can get. How many villains in a row I can beat without losing.
Yeah, I mean that just I feel like the unfairness to some degree of that is that 100% favors versatile heroes, which not every hero is going to be. And
no, I don't disagree. So maybe we're judging her unfairly. Maybe she's just a really good beat stick, and that's the way you got to play her. You just got to figure out which way to play her.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she's just clunky.
I mean, there is that option. I feel like there's enough in there. I really do. I mean, anybody that has a 4 base attack, once she gets Dragon Fang out, seems pretty good without combat training. Just
four base attack when you play.
Well, sure.
Deathblow. That's a 1-cost card every turn.
Well, and that's my biggest problem with it, as we've discussed. So, I do think she can get there in probably 3 cards. I mean, they have to be the right for 3, though, right? I think she gets Dragon Fang and she gets the 2 resource generators early. I think she's going to be pretty golden. I think that's all she really needs to build up and to be able to do a ton of damage over and over. And
yeah, I mean, I guess some of the calculation of Dragon Fang is it's essentially assuming you're not stunned, and you're leveraging that ready from it is essentially a 1 cost for 5 damage. Is probably the math.
Yeah. Well, I mean, godlike stamina helps with the stun too.
Yeah, but I just mean like if you do the math for like cost for damage, like because it does have innate readying in it, you're basically paying 1 cost to do 5 damage.
It's not innate readying is the problem, because it doesn't work against the villain. It only works against minions. If it worked against the villain, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I mean, it does when it's the end of the villain's health pool, but I'm just saying, if you could just hit the villain twice, Deathglow would be ridiculous. If it's whoever you're fighting, if you hit them, then you ready, and even exhaust it, exhaust Deathglow, and you do it once, that's a whole different conversation now. You know, then it's way better. The problem is, unless you have a easy way to keep drawing minions, and again, you don't want 1,000,000 minions, you just want 1 a turn, really, then it's not really. And even if you draw the minion, it doesn't really even help that much, because all you're doing is getting rid of that minion that you pulled in front of you, right? And I mean, so her extra attack doesn't really do anything.
Like I said, usually drawing minions comes with some bonus effect. Yeah, so like you get the 3 threat removal off of looking for trouble,
or you get Angela in play for free,
right? Angela to play. So like, even if all you do is kill the minion, you're in theory net ahead because you got that other effect. Is kind of the calculation there. Yeah, I mean it's not as good, but like probably the equivalent for damage if you're looking at an event card, which event cards are always better because it doesn't require you to be ready. You know, like you can be exhausted and still play them. You can play them not on your turn, right? Like there's a lot of benefits for that too, right? Like you can play Relentless Assault, for instance, on my turn, whereas you cannot do a basic attack on my turn.
That's true.
So much more restrictive, but like that does cost too, right? You do get the overkill for it. But
I mean, that's literally one more cost
in the game, though.
I mean, and not even with martial prowess, it's the same cost, because there's nothing that makes Deathglow cheaper, right? So it's actually kind of the same cost.
I mean, with Helicarrier, Deathglow is cheaper.
Well, not if you have martial prowess as well. Martial prowess and Helicarrier, right?
Sure, you're saying
if you have 1 resource generator, that's my point. one resource generator makes every event card better than her Deathglow. Or at least equivalent. And as you said, better because you can play it off turn. You could play it against different targets. You don't have to kill it in order for it to trigger. Like, there's a lot of things better about that than her Deathglow.
Well, I mean, if you don't kill it, then you don't get the overkill, and it's just 5 damage, and that's the same as like if you attack for 5, right? And you get 5 damage.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, I think we're having a lot of debate here, and I think it's good, healthy debate. But I do think it's 1 a.m. also, so it was good though. I like it. So next week, our post-game discussion is going to be all the heroes and the entire set. So coming from, so that includes all the villains as well. So we're going to talking about the whole cycle. Now, we're going to have some time before something new comes out, right? That Spider-Verse stuff doesn't come out.
It's not dated.
Yeah, I mean, spring's
right?
not close, though. That's at least 3 months, right? I mean, February, March. Is March spring?
March.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 months.
So 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, March is spring.
Yeah, I wish they would have spaced these heroes out a little bit. But I guess they figured because Valkyrie was already out overseas, they couldn't really...
Well, I think they basically missed the date.
Right.
It was supposed to come out in December. So they're just making up for... I mean, would you want in Canada to get it and then them to withhold it till next month?
I wish they would have put Valkyrie out first and held Vision for next month. I mean, either way, you're losing a month, right? For Canada. So I would have rather they caught everybody up. Everybody's on the same page.
I mean, they did do that in the past. They have done that when they've missed. I mean, whatever. I'm like fine with it. Like at the end of the day,
you would have had everything anyway.
I will have both the heroes. Yeah. So it's nice for them. It's nice to get the pacing, but I'm not sad about it.
Well, and it's going to be a whole nother month. It's going to be at least 2 months before we get anything at this point, it feels like, because it also feels like we just got Hood as well. It feels like we got 3 things back to back pretty quickly, and then it's going to be at least 2 months.
Hood was November, wasn't it?
Hood
was November. We didn't get anything in December. Yeah, and the problem is it was in the holidays kind of time frame, so it's like super compressed because we were busy with like family things as well and taking time off, and so
I guess I also don't mind when we have little breaks like this because it does let us catch up on some of the stuff that we hadn't got to play multiple times. Like I said,
so you can go back and play Venom.
I played enough Venom on the stream. I don't know that I need to go back and play Venom. The next time I run the gauntlet, though, it'll probably be Venom. And speak about somebody who can deal with anything. That's Venom for you. Oh, you need me to thwart this turn? All right, here's 3 thwart and 2 from my other gun. So that's 5. Done. Oh, you just need a little thwarting? Here's 2 from my gun, and I'll do my 4 attack on something else. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. No, I mean, I miss other, like, I mean, again, another one I played a lot, but I can't remember the last time I played Black Widow. I'd love to play her again. I would.
What about Nebula?
I haven't played almost any Nebula.
War Machine, I feel like we haven't done much.
No, we haven't done. I think we've never played him. I think I played him with Brant, right? I don't even think I played him with you.
You played him with Steve, I thought. You did like War Machine, Iron Man thing. I also have a. Speaking of my love for leadership these days, I also have a leadership deck.
Well, why don't you maybe bring War Machine next week? And so we'll talk about it during the week. Maybe we do War Machine Valkyrie next week, and we could pick a different villain as well, just so it's something different to do.
War Machine is not good at thwarting. I don't know if I would pair War Machine.
Who's the other hero that came out this set?
Is another like it was you started with Spectrum, which we did a bunch. Adam Warlock.
Well, those are in the set.
So
what were the 4 outside of the set?
They were in the set, and then there was Nebula.
So maybe we do Nebula and War Machine next week. We could talk about it because I feel like we haven't played either of those very much. So.
Yeah, there's also all the weeks.
Well, yes, we've got time. We've got time
too. So.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week. Please feel free to let us know what you want to see next week, because that's more important than what we want to see. And check out our Twitch channel, One Stop Co-op Shop on Twitch. Or I'm sorry, not Twitch. I'm sorry.
Are you back on Twitch?
TikTok. I'm doing game reviews. I'm doing silly songs. I'm doing all kinds of stuff on TikTok. So the nice part is I can put out content daily if I want to, because it literally takes 2 minutes to put something together. I think that's why it's so popular. It's so easy to put something out quickly. Like, I was in the middle of playing a game today. I'm like, oh, I can share my thoughts on this, and I did. So, I mean, that's the nice part about it. It's kind of stream of conscious, easier reviews to do.
Yeah. I guess I will put my closing on. We're doing Kind of the Rings. I feel like I told the guys I would advertise this every week until we're done selling tickets. So early bird does end in February. So
so you still have early bird now,
and you want to get it at a cheaper price. We opened it, like I said, at the beginning of the month, in January again, because we wanted to have it for people who weren't able to do it over the holidays because of Christmas and other kind of merriment things that are expensive and kind of have to budget things for that month. So
remind me when it is.
Yeah, same price. It's in May.
So I mean, COVID should be not where we are now, and that's right. That's the hard part right now, right? If people are putting in their money now for something that's 4 months away, and I'm not saying not to do it.
You can. I think it's like March or April or something. You can refund.
Until then.
I can find the exact date, but there is a like cutoff date of that.
And it's not that expensive anyway, right? Like,
I think
$45
it's just
bucks. Look, I mean, that's basically a big box expansion, and I mean, with the prices going up, like, it is what it is. And no. I look forward.
Yeah, May 20th to 22nd is the.
And you can become internet famous because maybe I'll TikTok you when we're out there.
Oh yeah, you know
I don't
TikTok?
know. Like, I literally started doing this 2 days ago. I'm having fun with it so far. The videos there, geez, it's amazing. Like, how many people view videos on TikTok comparatively? Like, you can't even compare it to YouTube views. It's typically not in the same stratosphere. It's on a multitude or a multiplier. So, yeah, it is what it is.
March 31st is the date that you can cancel anytime before March 31st.
Yeah, so get in now. If COVID's still bad at that point, you can always cancel later.
Yeah, and then you can play with Wasteland Sniper. I know she's bought a ticket.
And Terrence will be there.
So.
And I'm hoping to be there. I mean, I feel like I gotta go just to like see Barrett and Colin, if nothing else, because I still haven't met those guys.
Yeah, I've talked to Colin and Barrett, and I think we're gonna try.
We're doing a thing
outside of the con. I have like a game thing. We're doing a thing outside, so I just don't know.
Are they not coming? I mean, they live there.
Sure, well, I don't know. I don't know.
I'll talk to them. If I'm coming, they're coming. I promise you that. At least for a day, they're coming. So maybe we'll have a one-stop meetup there. I mean, they live there, right? I mean, they just have to drive. Like, literally. It's just an admission ticket.
Well, console is Marvel stuff. That's why we're not friends
I have
anymore.
Marvel stuff that he can use.
Really, but
I'm not worried about that.
So does Baron. I think Baron still has Marvel stuff because he plays this.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. We'll make it happen. So, and then he's gonna buy all his stuff again. Watch. After. Yeah.
That's just how it works, right? I think part of it's just like his wife didn't get into it, so she didn't play it as much. But she definitely doesn't play Arkham with him.
And she doesn't play Lord of the Rings,
does she?
She
does play Lord of the Rings.
Okay, so she just likes that theme better.
Yeah, I think she found like Arkham a little too like gory, gruesome for like what she was looking for.
Well, Marvel Champions.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like actually really confused why Marvel did not hit for her. I think she really dislikes the like hand management because she doesn't like discarding cards.
Yeah, you just got to realize they're going to come back.
She had a hard time getting over that.
You can't be sad about discarding them. I should give her my Hawkeye protection deck. Remember that one where I said all these cards are literally here just to save my bacon, but 90% of the time I'm using them as a resource. Like,
I feel like you don't build that way anymore, man.
Because you yelled at me, Terrence. You yelled at me.
I just made fun of you on stream.
Like, I don't mind people making fun of me. I'm used to that. Like, I bring it on myself. Have you seen my TikTok videos? Like, I bring whatever. Self-deprecation is part of my humor, and I have no problem with that. But yeah, no, I can't take yelling. I was just sad. I don't think you actually did at all. I'm just giving you a hard time.
But we could do Crisis Protocol too, potentially. I don't know.
I mean, I could bring it.
Does Baron have it?
Baron has it also,
too,
and
right?
I could paint up my stuff for sure. I mean, it is.
But like that's potentially a thing too. Like I know people will do like extra events that aren't just Marvel Champions. So like potentially we could do like a Crisis Protocol thing at a Marvel convention.
Yeah.
A Marvel card game.
So Wasteland Sniper says, "Woot, Con." All right. So on that note, I think we're gonna call it. So go to Con of Heroes. Give me the link again, and I will put it in the show notes. And then
just conofheroes.com.
I mean, I'm not going to remember that, Terrence. You know me. I'm totally kidding. Okay. I'll put it in the show notes as soon as we're done here.
I'll message you on Discord.
All right, I told you, self-deprecating humor. That's my go-to. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And TikTok.